You know what? Rivalry games are always special, especially in this high school community. You know, the high school programs usually want to play for their part of the town, their part of the city. But this game's a little extra, adds a little extra to it because you're playing for your state. You know, so we got Texas playing versus California, and our boys are really excited about it, and I know you guys are as well. So it's going to be a good matchup. We're excited for it. Well, you know what? Our programs are very similar. They're hard-nosed football teams. You know, inside the box, it's a physical game. Our skill positions match up really well. So it's really controlling the box right now. They're very good up front. We got to stop their run game, and we got to have our run game going to control the game. Well, you know what? Both programs have kids that play extremely hard. You know, these kids here play very hard for Coach Peña. He's doing a really good job, and you can see that on film. And 2 years ago when we played them, you could see that on the field. So we know it's going to be a tough matchup. Our kids match up very well with size and speed. So it's going to come down to the wire, and we feel it's going to be a very close game at the end. You know, it's fun, and there's still a couple of teachers that believe it or not, but you know, we have a lot of stories that we share with each other, but just as an athletic coordinator position, just to see all the kids come up from our feeder patterns and come up to the Valle and be successful in everything they're doing, all sports, football, volleyball, tennis, everything, it's a special feeling. You know, to be able to come back and be a part of something that's happening there, a lot of great things that are happening there right now at Del Valle, and like I said, I couldn't be more happier.
For me, honestly, it's personal because down there, like they play it in their house, and like when you go down there, you don't play around in their house. So it's just personal to me. Like this game's gonna mean a lot to me. They're really physical, and we're more physical as well. We're both physical teams. It's just gonna come down to whoever makes the more plays. Like they say, like what's better, Texas or Cali? I mean, we're like the same. It's just a different label and different part of the state or the city. And man, honestly, my perspective from both of them, it's like we're pretty much the same. It's just like whoever just makes the more plays, or like whoever does better. It's like
we're an all-around team. We do a little passing, a little running, all of everything. Tough game, a dogfight for sure. I mean, both teams are really good, so it's whoever comes out the gate harder, faster. I'm excited. We got early morning walkthroughs, so that'll get us started for the day, and just wait till game time.
Well, obviously you're talking about two states, rich tradition with pride as far as high school athletics, and you know, the California-Texas rivalry. You know, obviously you go back to you know, bragging rights between the two states. You know, so far to date, the only one that's been played was, I know Mater Dei went out there and played a school out of Dallas area, and now with us playing, you know, Del Valle, so that'll be the only, you know, two games between two different teams from the state of California and Texas. You know, obviously, you know, El Paso is a great city, you know, great town. They border, you know, the city of Juarez and city of El Centro. Hey, you know, we border, you know, we're along the borderline of Mexicali, and we have very similar kids. You know, we have both have heavy Hispanic population as far as the schools are concerned. So our demographics, along with our student body, are very similar between the two schools, and that's something I took a look at, is making sure, hey, you know, do we have the similar athlete, the similar kid? And you know, again, we both have pretty humble kids. We both have great character kids, but yet, you know, our kids can relate a lot in many different ways. Well, you know, our mindset's just executing on us, you know, on us doing the little things right. You know, regardless of formations and things that get thrown at us, it's just making sure that we execute and we stay, you know, defensively, we stay gap sound. Offensively, we just got to make sure we stay crisp and know our assignments and just play assignment football.
Going up there as a sophomore to the Valle, it felt good going up there to beat them, and I hope this rivalry continues as they want to play us again this year. And I just hope that when I leave after my senior year, after we get a win, that this team can continue playing Del Valle as a rivalry. Going into Calexico after those 5 hard games in a new D2 schedule, it felt relieved. I felt relieved after knowing that I get to stay back here in league and that we don't have to travel anymore. But it felt good coming back to league because, we know that this is what it's really about. This is where the real football begins.
Back to the 25, 35, cuts to the right, 40, 45, and he's going to make it all the way up to the 49-yard line. So. Right, he gives to 6 at 10, that's the 40. Just cuts back, he's at the 40.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a Friday night lights football field at Cal Jones Field, El Centro, California. And a special welcome to all the Del Valle people back in El Paso. We were there for 2019. VSN was there when the visiting Central Spartans went to El Paso. I'm Will Torrez, my partner, Ron Rubio. Ron, you made the trip with VSN and us. What a wonderful, let's talk a little bit about that 2019 trip, Ron.
2019, the night before you and I did a ball game, Brawley versus India. We got maybe 2-3 hours worth of sleep. Took the 12-hour drive to El Paso, and it was one of the best experiences of our life. And it turned out to be a very good ball game. Central went down there with a very good, traveled well with their fans, and came out with the victory. But a very special Texas versus California, and we were just proud to have a Valley team represent California.
Yeah, and one thing I will say on top of that, the hospitality that the Del Valle community showed us was incredible. One of the best setups I've ever seen were up in the press box. They had that chow line. I mean, it's just very impressive. Once again, welcome, El Paso strong people. We really have a good liking to you guys. We really, Ron, to be honest with you, we would like this rivalry to keep going. And talking with both coaches, Ron, it's something that they want to do. It's something the community wants to do. And it looks like they're going to keep it going with that. As we see the Del Valle Conquistadores take the field right now, Ron.
Well, Del Valle, I'm not sure, did not get the full understanding of how they rank teams in Texas. But I do know, I don't know how many teams are in the city of El Paso alone, but they're the number 4 ranked team in just the El Paso rankings. So they have El Paso rankings. They have the Texas 5A-2, Texas 5A-1 rankings. Yeah. So I just went by. They played a number 2 team 2 weeks ago, and the name of that school was Canadillo. They lost 34-28. It was their only loss. They lost in overtime, 34-28, Will. They're 5-1, but they're a top dog in El Paso, and they're ranked.
Well, they're ranked number 1 in their district. So what?
Yeah, and district is league. I'm not sure.
According to Coach Rudy, talking to him last night, when I said, "Where are you guys at in league, and who's your rivals?" and he corrected me. Not so much corrected me. He goes, "Well, in our district, we're ranked number 1 with that 5-1 record." So you got to, with some of those scores I saw. You got to imagine that that's a tough district that they're in. So talking to Jalen, that's with VSN, he ranked Del Valle in the Division I, Division II, in the California section. So that's how tough of a football team that Del Valle Conquistadores are. As we take a look at their live conta, and for tonight, let's get away for a little bit and mention tonight's referees. White hat will be 25-year veteran plus John Seaman. On the sidelines of El Centro Spartans, we have Rob. John Rob on that.
Heads, they're going to call heads. It comes up heads.
Ben Carter's umpire.
Zavaya has one more card. Zavaya the Valle has won the toss, elected to defer, and they'll be kicking off the Central.
Welcome back, everybody. It's something we're new. We're going with the live feed so everybody can get that feeling what it's like for the coin toss. And I will continue to mention the referees for tonight's game. Like I said, wearing the white hat is John Seaman. In the middle playing at Empire is Benny Carter. On the Del Valle sideline, we have Nathan Beankins. Playing back judge is none other than Michael Garcia. For tonight's crew, it's one of the best that's out there, so we shouldn't have no issues when it comes to their side of the ball. Now, talking to Coach Rudy before the kickoff real quick, Ron, what was your impression of the whole program that Coach Rudy Contreras, a 2001 graduate of Del Valle?
Number one, for 3 seasons, he's been the head coach. He's had 15 wins. But the one thing the vibe I got off of Coach Contreras was the tradition that he's trying to keep and uphold at Del Valle is amazing. I was not aware of the tradition they had. They had a coach there that was over there for almost 25 years. Coach Contreras was the passing coordinator, offensive coordinator before he got hired. As we said, this is his 3 seasons, and he's in charge of a great program. Here we go, set to kick off. Garcia with the reception at the 20. He's going to be tackled. Nice tackle. Tackled down by number 13 of.
Well, when we talk about Garcia receiving that ball, let's also mention he's a freshman. But it seems like every week, Ron, he is getting more PT every time we see him. And that's something you want to see out of that freshman, because right here, nothing is taken for granted. You have to earn every position as it is throughout every quality football team.
He had a big ball game last week against Calexico as El Centro came out. Centro came out firing last week against Calexico, and they put it to Calexico pretty well. And we're going to have maybe an offside on number 56 of Del Valle. So getting all the jitters out, it's a big game. California versus Texas, Central versus Del Valle, Conquistadores versus Spartans. You can't ask for a better matchup.
No, it's a beautiful evening. You got about 12 to 15 mile an hour wind. So they're playing that 3-4 defense, Del Valle Conquistadores, Ron.
3-4 defense. In motion is Skylar Cook. Goes back. They call that a yo-yo motion. To give is to Sullivan. Sullivan's going to be brought down. Maybe a gain. No, maybe he loses half a yard. Brought down by number 24.
24 for the
Del Valle Conquistadores. Raymond Riddick. Raymond Riddick is a hard-hitting safety. Been watching film on him. That kid likes to come up. Keep your eyes on number 24 and especially number 36 of Del Valle.
That front line for Del Valle features number 13, Sergio Rojo, number 54, Dimitri Marcus, and number 56 up front is Abraham Matos.
Rodriguez shouts out to Cook. Cook with the catch, and Cook with the fumble, and that's going to be a catch. And is it recovered by?
That is going to be
a catch and a fumble, correct?
Skylar Cook was very lucky to get that recovered back in his sideline because that ball stayed in bounds, Ron.
That ball did stay in bounds, so looks like Central will have a 4th down punting situation. Sorry, make that 3rd down and 5. 3rd down and 5 from the 29-yard line. The ball's on the right hash. White side will be to Rodriguez's left side. Central in their heavy set. Looks like that's Sullivan back there. And did they draw him off? And another draw off.
I didn't see who that was on, but that's going to be close. It might be a.
Will it be a 1st down?
It looks like they're moving the chains, Ron. It will be a 1st down. Wow, Conquistadores. And Ron, one fun fact, I found very interesting. Talking to Coach Rudy last night, he goes, hey, listen, your field looks awesome out here. I mean, El Centro's field looks awesome. And I go, everybody tries to keep their upgrade. He goes, no, it's grass.
Right,
they're not used to playing on grass.
Turf, they had a beautiful turf that year. It was just amazing. And it's a faster track. So, hey, that's an interesting note there. How will Del Valle adapt to playing on grass? Because a lot of the games I saw, here's a slant pattern knocked down by number 40.
Number 40 for Del Valle comes in. And that's Gian Giardo. He's the defensive end, and he's a senior at 6 foot. 200 pounds, Ron, was able to block that pass down.
Bordado is a big kid, number 40. They play a 3-4 defense. That means they'll have somebody over the center, 2 tackles, and a 4 linebacking crew. They'll flex it up, and depending on the formation of the Spartans, right now you're looking at a 3-3. Snap to Rodriguez. Rodriguez semi-roll, looks, throws, and that's going to be straight out of bounds. Last week, the Spartans came out firing, Will, on all cylinders on the first drive against, they put up 21 points in the first half versus Calexico.
One thing about Rodriguez, excuse me, Ron.
Go ahead.
One thing about Rodriguez, we mentioning there is a wind, but it has calmed down. So it looks like he might have been trying to adjust. If we look at the flags over there, Ron, it's one of those gusty winds. So I don't know if he's trying to adjust to the wind on that side. But right now, El Centro is going into the wind.
3rd down and 10. Rodriguez is looking for the slant intended for Skylar Cook. Looks like they may have a penalty on number 9.
Now, if they're going to call a penalty, I'm just going to assume there might be a little bit of holding on that play.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's going to be holding on Del Valle on that.
We'll explain the difference between defensive holding on a pass play and pass interference.
So the pass, so when you get a holding on a pass play, you're still going to mark it off on the 10 on the 10 yards. But the difference is that if it's a holding, while the ball is in the air, they will call that a holding instead of a pass interference. So let's just say before the pass was thrown, he was holding. Obviously, that's going to be a hold. And also, if the ball's in the air and he's holding, meanwhile, it's going to be a holding instead of pass interference. Gotcha. So that's the difference on that. Yes.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. The ball's at the 44-yard line.
So ball being placed on the 44-yard line with 10 minutes into this first quarter.
The benefit of having clouds, it's kind of blocking the sun out of the eyes of the Spartans. Sala's looking to blitz. That's number 36. Keep your eyes on number 36. A high tip pass, and that's going to go in for a touchdown. If Charlie Sullivan does not catch him, and he does, intercepted by number 3.
Santiago Cines. Those are one of the kids we talked to last night. Not a big kid, but he's a 3-way starter. He was one of the kids, Ron, that was on the 2019 team. Coach Rudy Contreras told us last night he is a key player on that defensive side. This football is his only love in sports, and this is what he wants to continue to do after the high school season. After this high school season's over.
Sounds like a kid straight out of Texas. Texas football is huge in Texas, just like it is in California. That's why I love this rivalry. We should get some more of it. So the Spartans now, after that interception, Del Valle will take over at the 7-yard line. The kid you need to look for is number 2, Jesse Ramos. Number 21, Christian Martinez is the running back, loaded with receivers. The give is to Martinez. Martinez trying to, on the left side of the line, maybe gets 2 yards on it. 2nd and goal from, let's say, the 7-yard line.
And I will not get tired of saying this. Welcome everybody from Del Valle, El Paso, Texas. We welcome everybody to VSN. Like I said, Ron and I and the VSN crew made the trip in 2019, and it was a pleasure. We had a great time.
Pleasure.
So we'd like to welcome everybody from El Paso down there as we get ready for the 2nd down.
2nd down, the give to Martinez. Martinez trying to swing it to the left side, and he's going to be brought down by, let's see, that's number 10, Skylar Cook, along with number 56.
Number 56 for a Spartan, just stretching it out, was able to get it. That's Lerma coming in there.
Lerma.
You know, it takes that senior leadership, Ron, to be able to keep up and also be vocal on the defensive side of the ball, especially after a turnover like that. Because, yeah, you don't want to take yourself out. You need the defense to come in there and bail you out, so say.
Pressure's on both sides of the ball. You get a big turnover. You want to cash it in, man. You want to cash this in. Ball's at the, let's say, 6-yard line. Bad snap. Buys himself a little bit of time, throws, and he's a touchdown. Touchdown number 4.
Number 4, that's Sergio Garcia, freshman, 5'11", was wide open in the end zone, Ron, was able to bring it down. I'm sorry.
That's Damian Diaz.
That's Damian Diaz. I was looking at the wrong roster.
You got it. So here we go. Set to kick is number 9 for the for Isaac Williams.
It's great.
So they cash in on that touchdown, Will. They cash in on that turnover. The kick is up, and it is good. They squeeze it through for a touchdown. So with 8:29 remaining in the first quarter, we have Del Valle Conquistadores 7, Central Spartans 0.
And while we get a break right now, I'd like to say thank you to some of our sponsors. Top Notch Barbershop. Come and check out Top Notch Barbershop. Open 7 days a week at 317 Wake Avenue. Go in there, say hi to Big Chris. Big Chris got a big game tonight north of here where the visiting El Centro Tigers are down there in Brawley. That's a 7 p.m. kickoff. Don't forget to tune in over there. You'll be able to tune in to both of us, both stations, VSN South, VSN North, where that game is set to kick off at 7 p.m. That's going to be an interesting league play game
sure
there,
is.
Ron.
Opening league game for both, I believe, isn't it?
Yes, both of them, yes. Lee Tire proudly serves El Centro. Lee Tire has a large assortment of tires that feature anything that fits your needs and budget, and quality brands. Lee Tire prides themselves in being your #1 choice for auto repair, located at 114 Main Street, El Centro, California. Ron, let's get ready for this kickoff right here where we have, and I'm not going to say we have a 7-0 off a turnover.
Off a turnover. That's what you have. Good teams cash in, make you pay for their mistakes. Short kick fielded by Gavin Marini. Marini up to the 30.
Ron, I'm not going to say that Del Valle comes in here physically big, but they do look very quick. You see this Del Valle team, they come in and they're quick, they're peppy, and they're fired up. They're like they're very aggressive.
No, that's the team speed that they have, and they've showed it all through the films that I've watched. I've watched 3 games. The only team that looked physically bigger than them was Canatilo, and I hope I'm saying that school right. Here we go. Skylar Cook in motion, short motion it's called. The give is to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to pop it. So that's the price you pay. If you blitz too much, all you need is a quick hitter. And that's kind of what cost them in their loss. They blitzed a whole lot, and they got burned a couple of times. On that loss, they gave up 4 touchdown wheels, 4 touchdowns, over 50 yards each touchdown.
Wow,
big plays, man,
well,
huge
lucky,
plays. And
30.
that's what a blitz will do. Sullivan may pop it, so keep your eye on that. Skylar Cook again with the short motion. The give is to Sullivan again. Sullivan trying to find some yards off the left side of the offensive line. Little or no gain, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd down and 2, Will.
On the bottom of the pile down there was number 40 for Del Valle. That's Gerardo. He's that defensive end. He's also a senior coming in at 6 foot, 200 pounds for them.
And if we're butchering these names, forgive us, Del Valle. We're trying our best.
You know, the demographics are so much alike. We were noticing last night.
Look at that blitz. They're showing blitz, and it's off the hands of Sullivan.
Now, this is not what Coach Rookie Peña wants to see, especially at this time. After coming out, playing Calexico strong.
On fire.
Yeah,
yes,
they came out
on fire.
and they weren't missing a beat. Now, they've regained 2 fumbles on that, and then on the interception, Del Valle was able to score on that. But this is something, Ron, this is not what he wants to see early in this game like this.
No, you do not. And, you know, you've had 2 possessions, and you've had 3 slips of the ball. An interception thrown by Rodriguez. Skylar Cook on a reception, dropped the ball. So here we go. Sullivan kicking into the wind, and it gets caught up in the wind, and it may take, man, that is maybe net yardage of, let's say, 15 yards. So Del Valle will start up their 2nd position at the 45 yards. So 2nd drive inside Spartan territory, Will.
Surprisingly, we've been able to see this game being played just on the east side of that 50-yard line. Johnny's Burritos, family owned and operated, serving the Imperial Valley for 60 years. Thank you very much to the whole Palomino family and Mendez family for supporting VSN, Valley Sports Network.
Empty set for Ramos. Ramos is looking. Ramos is throwing. That is complete to number 88, and I do not have a number for 88 on my roster. Great catch.
If somebody from Del Valle is listening and they want to go ahead and text us via Facebook, number 88 is, we would gladly appreciate it.
Mine only goes up to 81. So here we go. So Ramos, let me tell you something about Ramos. Check and look at his footwork. They say quarterbacks, the success of a quarterback depends on his footwork. Number 2 has great footwork. Here we go. Motion by 88. The give is to Martinez. No, it's not. It's run pass option. Wide open is 88, and he's going to find his way for a first down up to the 31-yard line. First and 10. First and 10 for Del Valle. Del Valle moving the ball. They're a smooth offensive team. They're used to scoring a lot of points. They're a 5-1 football team. Last week they won 51-28, I believe, or 59-21, big score. Here we go, first and 10 for Ramos and the Conquistadores. Here's the motion again, jet sweep to the right. And a nice tackle defensive play by Skylar Cook. Skylar Cook, great, solid defensive back for the Spartans. Had a big game last week against the Veer. I believe the Veer, that's what the Calexico Bulldogs run. Cook was all over the place last week. Had an interception in the end zone that thwarted a drive by Calexico. Ran it out, almost took it all the way. 40-yard interception return. Here we go. Second down and 11 for Conquistadores.
Well, this is exactly, once again, this defense for the Central Spartans is going to have to bail out these Spartans. I mean, you know, you're putting against the wind, and that's going to hurt you.
Quick out to number 88, and 88's getting a lot of action. I'm getting tired of calling him 88. What's his name? Here we go. Great tackle, great pursuit by, that's number 8. Let's talk about number 8.
Number 8 for the Central Spartans.
Elijah Perez.
That's Elijah Perez. We featured him a couple of weeks ago. Just one of those kids that Coach Rookie Peña, just he's whatever you ask that kid to do, Elijah's just one of those kids that would step up and just do anything that the team asks at any position.
If your team was loaded with kids like Elijah Perez, you would have no headaches as a football coach. Tell you that. He'll do anything for you. Here we go. Empty set. That means 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ramos. Motion by Martinez. Fakes to Martinez. Chased by 52. And knocked out of bounds by Elijah Perez and number 52. That is Julian Ramirez. Good defense, good perimeter defense, and that's what the Spartans will have to do is shut that outside run down because there is speed on the corners for Conquistadores.
Now facing a 4th down, of course.
Fourth down. Here we
they
go.
still have a good wind at their back, Ronnie, but it doesn't look like they're going to try the field goal on this. It looks like they're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. It's no man's land. If you kick it into the end zone, what is that? A net gain of maybe what, 8 yards? So here we go. Ramos is looking to his left. He's going to shoot to his left, and that's going to go off the hands intended for number 11.
Wow.
And that was Adrian De La Torre. De La Torre is a senior. Like I said, he has Del Valle has weapons all around, man. They have a lot of good football players out there. The kid I haven't seen so far is Brandon Tellez, number 14.
Well, interesting thing, Ron, is that even though Del Valle comes in with their quarterback, number 2,
Jesse Ramos,
not big in stature, but showing very good arm strength. And I believe he's only a junior, Ron.
Ramos is a junior. So here we go. The Spartans have survived again. The give is to Charlie Sullivan. Sullivan bottled up, loses 2. And the thing about Del Valle's defense, they are attacking defense. They don't wait for anything. They'll blitz you. They'll blitz you till they go blind, man. Just keep watching it. They're going to gap. They're going to try to control all those gaps. You only have 3 defensive linemen, so what they do with the linebackers behind them, they'll shoot gaps that the defensive linemen don't take. So take a look at that. So we have, a second down and 11. Motion by Garcia. The give is to Garcia on the jet sweep. They're going to let him have the ball. So Garcia, the freshman, will carry it up to the 31-yard line, get some of the yards back, maybe a gain of 4, making it now a 3rd down and long, 3rd and 7. These are the kind of situations where Peña does not want to be in 3rd and 7.
No, not at all.
Especially going into the wind.
No, Ron, I think you're going to be able to answer this question with less than 3 minutes to go, the clock ticking. Do you notice the timing off on the Central Spartans?
It looks exactly. You know, and you want to say that it's nerves, game jitters, but
6 o'clock
you
start?
have to forget. Could be, huh? Let's see what they have. The fake is to Sullivan. He's throwing for Cook. Cook is going to catch it. Cook And that's another thing that we haven't seen. We didn't see much of Cook on the offensive side against Christian. Now they're putting him in. Now he's getting reps. Now he's coming into the game. Two-way player going both ways. Great pitch and catch by the Spartans. 1st and 10, Del Valle. And they're going fast now. Temple, that's what you want to do. 42-yard line. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Trips to the right. Sullivan in the backfield. So now field position has changed now. And here's Rodriguez again. Rodriguez, and that is wide open. Garcia. It was just like last week. Garcia was winding up and throwing on the first possession. You were there.
Ron, I find that game so similar to this. Ron, El Centro was trying to run the ball. Hey, listen, guys. No, let's just go to our bread and butter. Let's put the ball in the hands of our athletes. What excellent. I mean, somebody's doing something right upstairs, communicating with Coach Rookie.
It's there. He threw it into the wind, and you got to admire. Yes. So here we go. Rodriguez's arm strength. Here we go. Sullivan, heavy set. He's going to go right or left. And now this is something they don't want. Don't tell them. And it looks like it's going to be on the Spartans. So this is the thing that the Spartans need to eliminate from their game performance, Will. They get something going, and it just, since we've been here a couple of times, they'll shoot themselves in the foot. So instead of 1st and goal at the 2, now they're at the 7.
Now they're at the
That's something that just drives a coach crazy. But here we are. They're in good field position. Heavy set again. That means they take Rodriguez out and they leave Sullivan. And Sullivan's going to try to the left, and he will not make it, and he's going to be brought down by, I'm trying to look for a number there. That is number 54. Number 54 for 1 yard gain for Sullivan.
I got it, Ron. Number 54 for the Spartans coming in. That's Dimitri Marcus, defensive tackle, 6'4", 275 pounds.
Big kid,
senior.
big kid, 54.
And let's not forget, let's always like and follow valleysportsnet.com on our YouTube channel and check out our website.
Heavy set again. Give this to Sullivan, and nothing's there for Sullivan, and he's going to be brought down by number 33.
That's number 33.
Sebastian Lopez, linebacker. So you're going to have to watch out for Lopez, number 33, and number 36, Jonathan Salas. Those are the kids that blitz. They send them wide. They're quick and aggressive, and they're good tacklers. So a timeout looks like a timeout or the end of the quarter, Will. Here we go.
We know they're going to let the clock run out for the end of the quarter. And so, listen, both these teams feeling each other out. So, after we come back to start the second quarter, we'll see if the Spartans can do something up there with that scoreboard. So, from Will Torrez, Ron Rubio, Joaquin Matus, VSN, we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, as we get ready to start the second quarter at Cal Jones Field. Beautiful crowd. I'll tell you one thing, Ron, if there's one thing that the Central Spartans do, they bring it to the house with the people here in the stands, Ron.
And it's electricity, man. That's what you want to feel. The way I'm feeling right now is when I played in Bell games back in El Centro.
Well, it's
the
that
band
type
in
of
the
year.
background,
Yeah.
the crowd. I mean, it's electric, man. I mean, there's nothing else I could say about it.
Well, we just love this type of year as we get
sure
ready.
It sure is. So here we go. The Spartans going to set up at the 6-yard line. They're still in the power set. They've stayed in this formation since they got there on the long pass from Rodriguez. And we're going to have a offside or illegal procedure. I'm sorry.
Illegal motion against the Central Spartans.
So that's 2 penalties, Will, since they got down there. So that's 10 yards. They've regressed. And that's something, if you're going to be getting better, these are the mental mistakes you need to eliminate.
And I don't expect that. Ramirez, he's a three-year varsity starter. Number 64, Ramirez. Those are the kind of things that you don't expect out of him. So now with the wind at Central's back, just creating a bigger hole. But they're still, I'm still, look, they got down here in 2 plays. So
let me tell you something. In a situation like this, hey, it may not hurt you. You get more room to run routes. And here we go, rolling to his right, throws, shoots. Jump ball, touchdown, Garcia. Oh, they had more room to run a route. Garcia, this kid as a freshman, man, great. And I don't know if that was 24 Riddick. If he did that catch over Riddick, that's an accomplishment. I'll tell you that right now. So Rodriguez rolls to his right, looks for Garcia. Garcia, athletic, went for it. He was hungry for it. Touchdown, Spartans.
Well, one of the things that I'm really impressed by, of course, him being a freshman, but he actually has great athletic ability.
Sure does.
And he's so quick.
The kick is up, and it is, and I think that's Miles Rodriguez, number 25, to put even up the score. So with 11:54 remaining in the second quarter, we have Central Spartans 7, Del Valle Conquistadores 7.
Havens and Sons Trucking, located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro, specializing in gravel, rock, and stone. For all your landscaping material needs, it's Havens Landscaping. Give them a call at 760-352-6735. That's Havens Landscaping. Letterman's and Bro. Listen, if you've earned your letter, whether it be in cheerleading, whether it be in last year's softball or last year's baseball team, make sure you give Dan a call at 760-693-5034. Ask for Dan. Marianne Valenzuela, State Farm Insurance, located in Brawley, 122 Main Street. Make sure and give her a call at 760-344-0447 for your insurance needs.
Set to kick is Miles Rodriguez, and deep to receive is number 88, who's been playing a whale of a ball game, and we apologize for not having his number on our roster. Muffed by number 88. He picks it up at the 1, 5, and looks like he's going to be brought down. That's number 9. That has to be Artie Estrada, and it sure is. Artie Estrada, good coverage, muffed kick, and that's what will happen to you. So Del Valle will set up camp at the 10-yard line.
Well, let's go back in that first quarter. What did you think about that first quarter? Uncharacteristic mistakes by the Central Spartan, especially past the midway part of the season, Ron.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you kind of hope by then you're not making the same mistakes, turnovers. 3 drop balls, 2 fumbles, and an interception. Here goes Ramos to Martinez. Martinez, is that Martinez? If not, yes, it is Martinez. Martinez has over 600 yards this season so far in 6 games, a gain of 6. So, yeah, the first quarter, I mean, it had Central not giving up. It was a short field. The
short
interception.
Field, that's key, yeah.
He got the touchdown. That's what gave him. So
that was number
they're
32
fortunate,
on the tackle, by the way, Ron.
Who was that?
Number 32 for the Central Spartans.
Liziola.
Liziola. It's going to be those type of plays that are going to put the Central Spartans back in here.
Ramos shooting, and overthrows his receiver, intended for number 15. Incomplete pass, Eli Molina. Molina, tall target. And I'm very interested to know what is the story with Brandon Tellez. Number 14, he does everything for the last 3 games I watched, their last 3 ball games, 14 was in there. Looks like 88 is taking his spot. So if anybody can send us the name of number 88, we'd love to have his name.
One thing Coach Rudy Contreras did say.
Fumble on the play. Martinez thought he had, or I don't know. I think Ramos thought he'd given it to him. Martinez ran like he had it. Hey, not sure what Spartan fell on it, but it's 1st and goal, or 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 12-yard line. A gift.
Well, Ron,
a present.
That looks like the Bermuda Triangle out there. That little section on the football field right there is just not. Something's going on every time either team gets it over there. Let's see if the Central Spartans can capitalize on this.
Well, here we go. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Let's see if they cash in just like Del Valle did. The give is to Sullivan. Sullivan slams it off the left side of the line, picks up positive yardage. Hey, 4 yards. Now we'll give him 3 on that. 2nd down and 7. Number 88, and I was talking about what happened to number 14, Brandon. It's number 88, Brandon Tellez. This kid punts. He returns punts. So he does everything. He switched jersey. I'm going to talk to Coach Rudy about that. And was that some kind of little trickery there? Okay. Timeout by rookie Pena and the Spartans with 10:39 remaining in the second quarter.
10:39, Ron, second down, 2nd and 8. He's got to make sure he capitalizes on that.
For sure.
And while we get a break right now, I'd like to thank Ojeda's Industries, commercial and industrial equipment supplier. Ojeda's Industries is proud to be a sponsor of Valley Sports Network, located in Brawley for all your equipment needs. They're actually located right outside the airport, so I'd like to give a big old thanks to Patricia and Tony Ojeda out there. The Dom Team Real Estate Company serves the entire Imperial Valley with a full array of services, limited not only to residential, but including farmland, commercial, and industrial ground. For honest and reliable real estate advice, it's the Dom Team Real Estate Company, located in El Centro. Give them a call at 760-337-8600. Make sure to give Doug and Andrew a call for all your real estate needs.
Second down and 7 for the Spartans. Rodriguez is in. Last time the Spartans were in this situation, they were in the heavy. Here's a fade intended for Gavin Marini. Incomplete coverage on the play by number 9 of.
Number 9 for Del Valle, coming out there and defending him is none other than Isaac Williams. He's also a senior coming in there, making sure the Spartans didn't catch that ball. I wouldn't say it was a bad pass, but now he has to adjust with the wind on his back, Ron.
Well, he threw the ball where only the receiver could catch it. As you could see, it was a great defense play by Williams. So here we go, trips to the right. Single back is Sullivan, 3rd down and 7. 2 down territory or 4 down territory. They're going to Rodriguez again throwing and just overthrows him and maybe intended for Garcia, defended on the play by number 11.
That's Andre De La Torre.
De La Torre, there you go.
And I know that's just good coverage out there by him, by De La
It's
Torre.
tight, it's tight, it's tight. So when you're a defensive back like that, you also have the end of the sideline and the back of the end zone. That's like another defender there. It's a limited space.
So who do we have kicking? Do we have?
It's Miles Rodriguez. Everybody's probably hoping we'd see
I was curious about that, Ron.
Samantha Garcia, who did get the extra point in versus Christian. So here we go. So, Will, that's going to be at the 15-yard and 25-yard field goal attempt. Hernandez still hold. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. So Miles Rodriguez is going to put the Central Spartans up 10-7. So with 10:25 remaining, as I said, Central 10, Del Valle 7.
Well, they're actually giving Samantha a little bit of break because, congratulations for her for being the first female athlete to score any points. And I don't know the whole story on that. It's a very interesting story, and we'll touch base on a little bit more on that. But as we get ready for the Del Valle Conquistadores to receive, I'll keep saying this again. Welcome, everybody, from El Paso, the Del Valle High School community. We welcome you to VSN Valley Sports Network. I'm Will Torres. Partner here is Ron Rubio. And we're looking at the score with 10:25 to go. And of course, with Spartans just kicking the field goal to make it 10-7. Let's see what the Conquistadores come back with them facing the wind now, Ron.
Rodriguez, he has a pretty good leg, and with the wind behind him, sure enough, he's going to kick it away from Tellez. Tellez again fumbling it, picking up at the 1, 10. He's at the 15, 20. Spins his way up, maybe up to the 24. Tellez is a very good football player. Watched him, as I said, cut their last 3 ball games. And their Spars are trying to say it was a fumble, but Tellez muffed it again. I don't know. Look, are they going to say that he fumbled it?
I'm not sure on that.
I didn't see him bag it.
Well, when they're talking about it, it's going to be first down Del Valle.
First down Del Valle. So they dodge a bullet there.
They got Tellez listed at 5'11". He sure looks a lot bigger from up here, Ron.
Hey, and number 4, when he's wearing 14, he looked a lot taller. 88, he looks a little. It's just really, on film, the kid looked tall, lean. And 88, man, makes him look a little bit not as tall.
Looks like a tight end wearing number 88.
So here we go. Doubles on both sides. Double, 2 to the right, 2 on the bottom. Here we go. Shoots it over. Nice catch by number 11. That's Adrian De La Torre. So is Del Valle going to try to get their passing game going? I mean, they have a good run game. Their number 21, Martinez, a very good rusher. He's their leading rusher. Ramos, as I said, a very able quarterback. Great footwork. That's one thing that caught my eye, was watching how that kid just stands in the pocket under pressure and moves around very well. So here we go, double doubles again. Wide side to the right, Ramos. The give is to Martinez. Martinez now trying to make up for that fumble. Drives his way to the 31-yard line. What is this now? 3rd down and 3.
So, Ron, when I was looking at the stats, when I saw Ramos' stats, he has over 1,000 yards passing. He had 500. He was the second leading rusher on the team. We've seen the ball in the air coming out of Ramos, but we haven't seen, they might be holding back, because one thing they got to do, both these teams go back to the league, and they got to leave this team healthy, Ron.
Sure. And, you're going to take what the defense gives you. So if it's not called for Ramos to run, forget it. He's not. Intended for Delatorre. Delatorre, good play by Skylar Cook. I think he's down.
No, they got him down. So, Ronnie, to me, from just this quick series that Del Valle is taking over, this looks like a totally different Central Spartan team coming out in the second quarter.
The second quarter with the wind to their back and everything got going. You wake up. It's a wake-up call, man. We had three turnovers in the first, 2 legitimate turnovers in the first quarter. We're giving them the ball game. Now they wake up, and now Tell is back to punt from his 20-yard line. Deep to receive is number 8. Elijah Perez standing at his, kind of like a little rugby kick maybe. And I'm going to tell you, they're going to be inside Del Valle territory. So, Will, is the win playing with that ball on a punt? I would say yes.
I don't know. I think it's a Bermuda Triangle. Listen, anywhere from the 50-yard line to the 20 right here, whatever happens in there, nothing's good come out of there, except for that long pass that finally got El Centro was able to get into Del Valle territory. But that little section to the east of us from the 50-yard line has been treacherous. I can't even pronounce that word.
It might be the new STEM building. It might be the wind draft that's being caught. Check out the Texas flag and California flag at the end of the end zone. Here we go. Cook in motion. Rodriguez, the give is to Sullivan. Sullivan tries the middle of the line. Nothing there. Maybe a yard gained on the play. Brought down by number 36. That's
number
the
36,
linebacker.
Number 36 for Del Valle is Jonathan Salas. He's a junior at 5'9", 185 pounds. Ron, like I mentioned earlier, both these teams very similar, very physical.
Right.
If they would fit in the Imperial Valley League perfect, Ron.
And I was going to say we had time in our pregame before. I'll talk about this after the play. Here we go. Doubles on both sides for Rodriguez. Motion by Marini. The give is to Sullivan to the right. Sullivan's going to try to bounce it outside. And a great play by who? Tell us, number 88.
I was watching him, and he was playing 2 yards off his man outside. Now, listen, that's just an athlete right there.
Brandon Tellez is a good football player. I'm telling you right now. I won't be surprised that kid gets a scholarship. What I've seen of him, very impressed. And that's what it is when you turn on a film and you start watching kids. You don't know anything about the team.
Some people
the number just keeps making a play. Number 14 and 14. So here we go. 3rd and 10. Man coverage is showing blitz, and they come. And he's wide open off the hands of Marini. Those are the plays you have to make if you want to beat a good football team.
No, and Marini knows that. Marini knows that now that ball might have been thrown a little bit behind him, but Marini is a gifted athlete, and he's got to make the throw has to be there, and then that catch has to be there. So the Central Spartans facing a 4th down right now, 4th and 10. They're going to go in the punting formation. They will be punting towards the win with 6:53 to go till half.
Tellez, deep to receive. He's going to be standing maybe at his 10-yard line. The punter is Charlie Sullivan, so there's always a chance that Sullivan takes it, but not in this situation. The punt by Sullivan. He gets a lot of help by the wind. Fair catch, and it rolls into the end zone. So the Spartans will take over at the 20-yard line with 6:46 remaining. We have Central Spartans 10, Del Valle Conquistadores 7.
And VSN will be right back with a word from our sponsors.
Whippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
Ramos shoots it out to Tellas at the 25. We're going to get a flag. 30 up to the 35. It was a quick swing to Tellas.
I could not see what that penalty is by the flank official being thrown on the 20-yard line.
Quickly.
Yeah, and it was thrown.
Maybe, was he in motion? Maybe he cut up. I don't know.
He might have cut up a little too early.
Holding. Hold. Okay.
Yeah, because I couldn't see it from up here, Ron. So whatever it was called, while that ball was in the air. And that's, look, it could have been 12 positive yards, but now they're going to get a first and 20. I don't like that rule, whether it be college, high school, or pro. I always think they're already being punished, right? I think the 10 yards is too much, Ron. I think it should be 5 yards, because now you're looking at a first and 20. I don't know. I
love it when I love the 10-yard penalty, especially if it's the other team and it's not hurting our team. Here we go. So the give is to Martinez, and Martinez flying. Now, I didn't mean against Del Valle, but as a coach, if you see your defender held, yes, call it. Hit balls at the 15-yard line. Dominic Lerma with the tackle. And so, back to what we were saying, I think these two teams mirror each other as teams and coaches. They're running the same kind of offense. They spread you out. They have speed. They have speed on defense. Both teams have speed on defense. Here we go. Ramos shoots it out. And that is a completed pass. No. Drops the ball as he goes out of bounds. Intended for number 4, and that's Damian Diaz. Incomplete pass. So with the holding penalty that took away the positive play by Tellas and Ramos, makes it a 3rd down and 15.
Well, up front for the Del Valle Conquistadores, you got number 75.
Yes.
Sean Salazar, number 71, Ernesto
Bencomo,
and number 70, and number 70, Ponce. And
Jovan Ponce.
And then you also got number 77 on the left tackle.
Here we go. Ramos, is he looking? He doesn't have anything to throw to at the 20, and he's going to be chased down. I'm going to get that number. That looks like number 59 of the Spartans, Will.
Number 59 for the Central Spartans, being able to tackle him from the outside, comes in. And that's Rascon.
Israel Rascon. How can we not remember his name? Ball at the 25-yard line, so they will punt. Back to punt will be Tellas. Tellas is going to be standing at his 19-yard line, deep to receive for the Spartans. Looks like Artie Estrada, or is that Elijah Perez? That's Perez, number 8.
Perez. And the reason I was mentioning that front line for the Del Valle Conquistadores, Ron, they were doing a pretty goal.
Oh!
That might be running into the kicker.
I missed it. And
yes.
What happened? I didn't see. Was it a block?
No, he didn't block. From my view up here, I could be wrong, but he did not block the ball, but he did run into the punter. So whether it's called
running into the kicker, or what else could it be? Running into the kicker.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment because I'm not really
roughing
sure.
The kicker. There's two, isn't there?
Well, I don't know at the high school level, Ron. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know on that one if they've changed it, since the time I've been away. But we should get a call if it's going to be, But unless something happened, did another flag come out over there, Ron?
I'm not sure. Okay, so
maybe they're checking to see.
Will it even be an automatic first down?
Well, what I'm saying, if the ball was tipped, maybe that's what he could be asking. If the ball was tipped, then it wouldn't be. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what he's making sure, that if the ball was tipped. And Central Spartans fans are saying it was tipped. But
Coach Contreras is going to say, but just by his body language, they're going to say it's a personal foul running into the kicker. So that's 15.
But that's actually a good, what they did, Ron. He went to go check, hey, did anybody see the ball get tipped? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's just, and now he's going to come over here and explain it to Coach Rookie Pena, and Coach Rookie Pena might not be
agreeing with that.
And just to confirm, Ron, you are correct. There is both a running and a roughing the kicker. So this one's going to be 15 yards against him. And once again, we wish our best wishes to Alan Phillips. He's always good to come through whenever we have a question. Hope you get well soon, Alan. But yes, there is 2 penalties. There is a roughing and a running into the kicker.
So that's going to give Conquistadors a first down at the 40-yard line.
Ron, I'm telling you, this is that zone that bad things are not happening for both teams right there. Well, that time it was good for Del Valle.
So 1st and 10 at the 40. The give is to Martinez. Martinez trying the right side, cuts back. He does find some room, and this might be the biggest run of the night for Martinez. 11-yard gain, 1st and 10 inside Central territory at the 49-yard line. So the holes are being opened up by, as we said, Ernest Bencomo, number 71, Mark Villegas, 50, Oscar Medina, 76, 75, Sean Salazar, and number 70, Jovan Ponce. So here we go, single back, double receivers on both sides. Wide side of the field to the left of Ramos. Motion by Tellez. Tellez front. The give is to Martinez, and it's not fooled. Not fooled. That's number 27 for the Spartans.
27 for the Spartans comes in there, and lucky you made that tackle, because
good tackle.
That's Angel Ortiz coming in there and making
Angel Ortiz, good tackle there. And that's what I mean. Both defensive have good team speed.
Yes, they do.
They have really good team speed.
Identical.
Even the big kids. Yeah, it's like I said, they mirror each other. Here we go, doubles on both sides. Ramos is looking. He's trying to get into the screen. 221. That's Martinez. Martinez is going to weave his way up to, and maybe a first down. He does get the first down. Number 12 was the first Spartan on the tackle. That's Josiel Rodriguez. Rodriguez is a sophomore.
Ron, we're starting to see that Del Valle front 4, front 5 just charging down that field down there. When they're down that field on that screen play like that, good things are going to happen, because to be honest with you, you look at them all, and they're all the same size and same weight, it looks like.
They look like clones or clones.
Look at that. Look at Durant, number 77.
75, Ponce. All those kids are looking at him. Bencomo, Villegas, Medina, Salazar, Ponce. Let's go get them. Here we go. Doubles on both sides. Ramos is looking to swings it out to Martinez. Martinez at the 35-30, and he's going to be brought down by number 52. That's number 52 for the Spartans. Shakes his head a little bit.
Number 52, that's Julian Ramirez. Hey, Ron, one thing is, you as a coach, when you face a physical, aggressive defense, Ron, that's when the screen plays are going to work. The draw plays are going to work. And that's where good coaching comes in, and that's when you start to realize, you start to notice the type of defense they have, and you run those type of plays. So good job by Coach Rudy Contreras.
They're saying the in-game adjustments is what you call it. So here it is. Martinez again. Martinez to the 20. Martinez to the 15. Cuts back. Brought down by number 52. I believe that's Ramirez again.
That's Ramirez again. Julian Ramirez. The only thing is, he's got to come from the opposite side of the field, Ron, making all the tackles. And that's just a credit to him, but they're being made 10 yards plus every time.
Defensive line of the Spartans, Julian Ramirez. You have Michael Fisher, Israel Rascon, and Jared Martin. Backers are Michael Sullivan, Rodolfo Liziola, and Josiel Rodriguez.
So we have a Spartan timeout right now, and they're going to have to regroup this Central Spartans thing. IV Welding Mechanical. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Industrial Welding Contractor. For all your heavy metal needs, IV Welding incorporates welding techniques to build high-quality systems that exceed client expectations and uphold industry regulations. Call Fred Baeza at 760-482-9353. That's IV Welding Mechanical in El Centro. Town Pump is now open. They opened up on Tuesday, Ron, when it had a soft opening on Monday. And congratulations. Make sure that you go down there and located in Westmoreland. Say hi to Juanita and Gabe for us. Town Pump now open. Call in for your reservations. I'll get that number to you.
I heard there's a VSN discount if you go.
There is. Just tell them Will sent you. I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
Here we go, Will. Big play right here. 2:11 remaining in the second quarter. Ball's at the 12-yard line. Del Valle, this drive kept alive by the running into roughing the kicker.
That roughing the kicker, 15-yard personal foul, yeah.
Ramos trips to the right. Martinez has been a workhorse on this drive. Is that him again? No! Oh, my God! Hey, that's what you call he read it, faked the run to Martinez, who've been hitting it. Ramos takes it in. That's the reason why he's the number 2 rusher on that football team. 12-yard touchdown run by Ramos. 2:06 remaining, 13-10 Conquistadores.
And that touchdown was brought to you by the Town Pump. Make sure and give them a call for your reservations at 760-344-3663.
Williams set to kick, and there's a flag. The kick was up and good. Is there a penalty?
I don't see. Ron, did you see a flag out there?
I don't know, but I saw the flank running in. I'm not too sure what happened there, but regardless, the extra point is good with 2:06 remaining. We now have Del Valle 14, Central 10.
So, Ron, with 2 minutes to go till the half, interesting ball game
Good
here.
ball game.
The thing is, Ron, that once again, that Bermuda Triangle has been, it's made a difference in
Raised
the ball
its head
club.
ever since you mentioned it.
Yeah. And then, well, let's see. Something's going on, though, because these are the kind of – now, I got to give credit to the Del Valle team, though. They also, there's a lot of the injury bug got to them, Ron.
Really?
Yeah, the injury bug. Coach Contreras was saying that even though it's both teams' goals to leave here healthy
for
this
sure.
game, but they actually have the injury bug on their team. They said there was about 10 players that he had to lay off. Well, it's very important for them to win this game, of course, but it's also important for them to stay healthy when they leave this game, as we alluded to earlier in the game, Ron. And that goes for both teams right now. Both teams being physical right here. Del Valle has a league game, El Centro has a league game, and it's called a district at Del Valle, but still, needless to say, they got to come out of this game healthy.
When the whistle's blown and the ball's kicked off, it's very hard to lay off and try to say, hey, man, let's be safe. Football is a full contact sport. Here's Garcia. Garcia at the 25. He's works his way up to the 30, brought down by number 32 and 22 of Del Valle, Will.
Number 32 for Del Valle comes in there, and he's only a sophomore. That's one thing I like about him. That's Juan Archuleta. Weighing 175 pounds, one of the sophomores on there. Now,
Alonzo Galvez with the assist as well.
One of the good things that Coach Rudy was talking about, this is a young team, Ron. He has a lot of juniors on this team
that are producing for him.
Yes, so that's good to see for a team for next year's production.
So here we go, 2:01 remaining. What will the Spartans do with the wind to their back? Let's see. It's going to be a pass. Rodriguez is looking. Rodriguez shoots it over to Garcia. 45, cuts back to the 50, and he's going to wheel his way out, gets thrown away. Hey, man, Garcia has improved. Every game I've seen this kid, he's gotten better. He looks more mature.
Yes.
And stronger in a way. Look at that run.
No, he's not playing like a – well, you know what? You're not considered a freshman
no,
no more.
Not at this point
Not
anymore.
at this point. Not as many times, not as many touches as he's gotten on the ball. With 1:35 to go, there's a key thing here, Ron. Rookie has used 2 of his timeouts. So with 1:30, the clock running, of course, they only have 1 left now.
Here we go, Rodriguez again. He's going to shoot that ball. He's looking, rolling to the right. He's going to tuck it and run. 45. And let me tell you something about Skylar Cook, man. This kid will do everything. I mean, was a pass receiver, saw his quarterback running, turns into a blocker, helps Rodriguez gain enough, gains 8 yards, 7 yards. So 2nd down and 3, ball's placed at the 41-yard line of Del Valle. 1:18 remaining. I don't know how many timeouts does Central have. Central has 1 timeout.
Central has 1 timeout.
1 timeout remaining, trips to the left. That's the wide side for Rodriguez. So now you have Del Valle's defense on their toes now, on their heels, as they say, showing blitz. They pick it up very well, and a toss to Sullivan's open, and it's a touchdown. Oh, my God. Set up and just executed very well by the Spartans. So just like that, man, with 2 minutes and 11 seconds,
and
they take half of that time to get there.
Right,
1 minute, 12 seconds.
And I was over here worried about if Rookie was going to have enough time with only 1 timeout left. He answered that question with 6 points on the board.
Well, let me tell you, it's going to be back and forth, and they're taking what the defense is giving them, both sides of the ball. So here we go. Minus Rodriguez set to kick. Hernandez set to hold. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it's good. So with 1:12 remaining, lightning strikes for the Spartans. So we have the Spartans 17, Del Valle Conquistadores 14.
And, Ron, these plays are made capable with time in the backfield. You're going to need people like Jace Ramirez,
For real.
number 64, coming in there, senior, 250 pounds. The reliable left tackle, number 73, big old Mack truck whenever he pulls. That's Brandon Havens. He's only a junior, and he's coming in at 290 pounds,
Big boy.
Ron. And let's not forget about number 79. He's also a junior, teaming up with Havens.
Huerta, yeah.
Is Anthony Ramirez and the youngster, Huerta, coming in there. And, you know, it's 6'4". These guys are coming through. You know, I don't know what it was. You were talking about being nervous. I don't know the 6 o'clock start, but whatever it is, Central Spartans seems to be fixing that issue.
Hey, well, 6 o'clock, that's usually everybody's supper time, dinner time. Maybe, you know, missing that meal at that time.
And this is exactly what we expected out of these both two teams. This type of game, Ron, with 1:12 to go till the half.
Rodriguez again, a little pooch kick. That's number 4, and it's going to be retrieved by Damian Diaz. So Diaz, fair catches at the 30. 1:12 remaining, 70 yards. What can Del Valle do with the ball? We'll see.
Well, with 3 timeouts, Del
Well,
Valle.
they're 3 timeouts.
But the thing is, they're starting in that Bermuda Triangle 30-yard line, 70 yards to go. Now, Ron, I think they might be aggressive if they remain penalty-free. If they make no mistakes, I believe they might go for it.
I think they get the ball second half, don't they?
Yeah.
They defer. Okay, so here we go.
I believe so.
Let's see what Ramos does. He has 2 receivers on both sides. The wide side is to his left. Martinez single back. Ramos with plenty of time tosses it up, and it's overthrown. Good defensive play out there by Elijah Perez. Intended for, let me get the number of that receiver. I can't. Is that number 15?
I got the
Eli Molina. Molina, tall target. Molina stands at 6'2", 190. If you're over 6 foot, that's a big target. I'll tell you that.
And of course, we mentioned earlier, Del Valle is going into the wind right now, which I don't think is going to be a big factor as it has been at all, because both these guys have good arm strength.
Good arm strength. Martinez. Nothing there. Martinez brought down by number 64 and a penalty.
And that one is going to cost them. If they get number 22 from the Central Spartans, if they get them.
Jason Ramirez was on the tackle, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty. Well, I did not see. Was it roughing the passer? I'm not sure, or late hit.
I want to confirm that, but yes, it looks like I didn't see a signal from our head referee, but it's going to be 15 yards on that. And like we said now.
All the way up to the 45.
With 1 minute to go, the clock counting, all their timeouts left for Del Valle. I don't think they're going to take a knee, Ron.
Motion by Delas. Snaps it out, and it's a hook and ladder. Hook and ladder to Martinez. Martinez going to be brought down by Skylar Cook. Saves the day. The old hook and ladder. Boy, that was created in the 40s or 50s. Hook and ladder.
So Coach Rudy Contreras getting a little OG on us with 43 seconds to go.
Worked to perfection. I'm not sure who was the first receiver, but the hook was out of maybe 15, and the ladder was to number 21 Martinez. So 1st and 10. Ball's at the Spartan 25-yard line. Ramos is looking to his left. He runs to his right. He may have to.
And look, that was a hit. Let's please get up. I don't want to see anybody hurt.
Number 59 of the Spartans with the lick on that play. That's number 59 for the Spartans.
Yeah,
that is Israel Roscoe. Roscoe, good.
No, that's just a sign of a good athlete right there. It's a hard-hitting game. Ramos took a hit, bounced back up. Yeah, no, he's going to be okay. He's okay.
That's good, clean football like that. There's no problem with that. There was nothing malicious about that hit. It was a good football play by both sides. So here we go. Ramos is back up. Martinez, single back, number 21. He throws it over the middle and overshoots Delas. He was there. He was wide open, incomplete, 3rd down. These are the plays you have to make. In a tight game like this, you're going to go back to this. Oh, man, if I had just hit Delas, if I took a little bit off that pass.
No, and no ill effect from that last hit. Ramos
Nothing
showing
at all.
nothing.
Nothing at all.
With 33 seconds to go till halftime, Ramos getting the play in from Coach Contreras. We got ourselves a ball game here, Ron.
No one's going to back down, man. Here we go. Trip to the left, empty backfield. Martinez in motion. Are they going to pick up Martinez on the swing? Instead, he shoots it over, and again, incomplete pass. I'm not too sure. I mean, to me, of the 3 play games I've seen, Ramos, a little bit uncharacteristic of him throwing the ball in this manner. Maybe it's the win. I'm not sure. So 4th down and 15. 29 seconds remaining.
And Coach Contreras having a lot of confidence in his quarterback, Ron, not calling a timeout. I mean, these guys aren't.
I guess we're there, you know, in their league, all the points they've been putting up this season, man, they're used to this. I mean, it's just run and gun. So here we go. Ramos is looking, he's shooting, and hits that Molina. Incomplete to Molina, and flags on the play. I don't know what that could be.
Yeah, it's on the
chop block.
Chop block against that. Yeah. So to define a chop block, Ron, on a chop block, you cannot hit a guy below the waist. That's one of the.
Is it a setup? Somebody hits him high and low, or
that's correct. That's correct. So I believe this year the point of emphasis was you cannot hit anybody below the waist now on the line of scrimmage unless it's on your initial contact.
And that was number 59, I believe.
Ron, but
don't tell me that's Roscoe that came off, and that's the kid that was on the ground, and it is Israel Roscoe. So here we go. Roscoe being tended to on the sidelines.
Interesting, Ron, how I'm not surprised they went for it. You know, of course.
So with 24 seconds remaining, Spartan still with the wind to the back. Why not? Shoots it over Rodriguez to Cook. Cook catches it at the 35, brought down immediately by 33. That's Salas, I believe.
Yeah, number 33 just came in there right after. That's
Sebastian Lopez.
Came in there right after the catch to make sure they don't get nothing, and that's going to be.
That's it. So, hey, what a game, what a game. So, the end of the second quarter, we have the Spartans 17, and the Valle Conquistadores 14.
And we will take a break as we have our sideline reporter, Ron, is actually going to do an interview before Coach Rookie goes into the dugout. So,
Come on, Will.
Inside the locker room. So, from Will Torrez, we have a great game going on here. Of course, you got the score of 14-17. Central Spartans leading that key field goal, Ronnie. Just a very interesting game in the sense that the mistakes a little bit. But we'll talk about that when we get a chance to come back. All right. So scrap that interview at halftime. Will Torrez, Ron Rubio, VSN. We'll be right back after this.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Welcome back, everyone. Will Torrez, Ron Rubio. We are at halftime with less than 4 minutes to go till the second half kickoff. With me up here upstairs on a beautiful evening. I mean, this is football weather. Craig Lyon, principal at Central Union High School. Craig, what's your thoughts on tonight's game right here?
Well, you know what, I'm just excited to be a part of this. You know, the fact that Del Valle can, you know, return the favor and come out here to Central on a beautiful night. I love it. But it's a great, I mean, right now you see two teams that are coming after each other. They're taking advantage of a couple of mistakes for both teams, which is part of that. And hopefully, we can eliminate some of those mistakes as we move into the second half. But it's been exciting. You've seen a lot of spread football. Guys are getting out there throwing the ball around.
Well, Ron and I were saying that, I mean, both these teams mirror each other very well, and when you have an exciting team like the Spartans and then you have a team that mirrors them like the Valle Conquistadores do, it makes for a good football game.
Oh, yeah, and that's similar to what it was a couple of years ago when we were in Texas. I mean, that's what we love about this. The good part about it is that you're going to see that happen where they're spread and they mirror each other. Bad side is that on defense, they kind of know what's going to happen sometimes because they've been practicing against each other against it the whole time, that spread, because when they work against offense and defense. But it is good to see us take advantage of some opportunities, getting the ball out to our playmakers and letting them do the work.
Well, on another note, speaking of Del Valle and stuff, you guys had I wouldn't call it a ceremony, but it was a welcome Del Valle to Imperial Valley. Last night, Craig Lyon, Rookie Pena, and the rest of the Central Spartans community welcomed the Del Valle team in style. You had the band out here, and just talk a little bit about last night, Craig.
Well, you know what? It was a great time for all of our student athletes to be able to interact with each other on a Thursday night at a team dinner before they get to go out and battle on the football field. So last night we had some great, the parents, our Spartan football parents are amazing. Anna Vizcaíno, one of our teachers, kind of set things up and made sure the decorations were well, along with our office staff, Elena Williams. But this was just a chance for our kids to interact with them. I was talking to the principal from Del Valle today, is that, and it's the same with us. When we went to Texas, many of our kids have never been out of the state or out of, the valley to a lot of sense. Their kids were amazed at the fact that we set them up with a great dinner, a great experience, some interaction, the band, all of that stuff is something that they'll remember forever, because it's not just about football too. In this is that travel and being a part of a team and doing all that. So we had a great night last night for them.
And what made it interesting from my aspect as I was looking at that, the dinner was held on the football field, so it was shaped in a horseshoe type, where the Central Spartans faced the Del Valle across the table from each other, and then in the open air last night, and then they had a little contest going on. I mean, it was just, I go, wow, this is really cool the way that it all was going.
You know what? It's crazy, but it's kind of like the bowl games. You get the bowl games. They have those dinners where they bring people together. The both teams, and they get to experience that team dinner before. And I think that was similar because we wanted them to have a good time. We want them to feel like they're welcome here at Central, because that's what we do. I mean, our Central community is amazing, and the parents and everybody involved with it made it that experience for them, because we want Del Valle to remember this. Those student athletes, we want them to run 20 years from now going, you remember that time we went down to Central and we had dinner on their football field and got to see it? Those are the things that we want.
No, congratulations, Craig Lyons, and to you and all the Central alumni, your staff, and everything that you did, not just last night, but, everything that you've been doing to keep. I mean, you can take a look at this crowd right here, and you always a pat on the back when it comes to that. And so keep up the good work. And, another thing we were talking about, this is a very exciting game. It's tight for both sides. Both these teams got to face league next week.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So, that's one thing that was key on both coaches, both Rudy and Rookie, is that, hey, as much as we want to win, as much as and they're pretty physical. You see, both lines are very big and everything, but the speed from the backfield on the defensive side, I think that's incredible speed right there that they have, both sides, Del Valle and Central, of course, but it's just good physical football.
Yeah. Well, and you're right, because you want this. This is that game that you love to have, but at this time, before you go into your last 3 games of league for both teams, you want to come out with a W, but you also, even more importantly, you don't want to have any injuries that are going to affect you the next couple of games as you go, because they're the important ones too. I mean, this is great experience for our student athletes, but we don't want to get hurt.
No, of course. And of course, it was that whole COVID year, whenever we can fit it. I mean, everybody knows that because this is one of those games that you want in preseason. So as we talk about the regular season, I'm going to update you on a score right now. You have Imperial Tigers 6, Brawley 0 right now.
Really?
Yeah, that's the score right now. So I believe that's still the score right now. Yeah, it is. And of course, you know, we started at 6 o'clock. They have a 7 o'clock game. So that's going to be an interesting outcome on that one.
It is. Yeah, well, I was wondering because I'd figured that would be a great, matchup to see where everybody stands. Because, you have some games that that are going to challenge you. And I knew, hey, Imperial Brawley, that's a big game.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants to get up for that game too. So that's an interesting score. I'll be checking the scores as we move further.
Thank you very much, Craig Line, as we get back to action right here. Greg, thanks for everything you do for us down
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So as we have the Central Spartans kick off to Del Valle's short pooch kick, takes it on he calls a fair catch on the 35-yard line. And once again, we like to give Craig Line a big old thank you. He just does a lot for us down here, does a lot for his community, does a great job with everything they do down here. So back to action now with my guy from day one, play-by-play, Ron Rubio. Ron, let's see what the second half brings us out of these two teams.
Spartans with a 3-point lead. Del Valle with the win to their back. Ball's at the 37-yard line. First and 10 for Ramos and the Conquistadores. They're coming out shooting. Why not? Complete to number 11. That is Adrian De La Torre. So the tale of the first half was a great tale. It was a great story. 17-14. Both teams came out positive plays and negative plays.
Yeah, and the only negative plays, Ron, would have been the mistakes that both of them made, That's the only negative because both of them are playing good ball. If you take away those mistakes that shouldn't be happening at this time of the season, for both teams, that is, not just one of them, but both teams are doing that. So in other scores, we have a 7-0 ball game. That's Southwest Eagles leading the Calexico Bulldogs right now. That was a scoring run by Nate Smith. So, Ron, talk to me a little bit about that 6-0 Imperial over the Wildcats right now. I'm not even going to say it's surprising. It's just interesting.
No, not surprising at all. League games, everybody's bringing the A game now. There's no turning back once you're in league. League is important. You're going to step it up in league. And, first quarter, 6-0. Then I heard that right after the touchdown by the Tigers, the kickoff was fumbled by Brawley, recovered by Imperial, interception by the Daniel Camilo. So, bad snap. Bad snap and recovered by Ramos. And I've seen this before. They've had a couple of bad snaps in their last 3 games, but recovered by Ramos. Did the only thing you could, slide down and recover that ball.
And, Ron, we were just talking about that. How it's those mistakes that's costing their teams to put them in bad situation. In the third quarter, we had that 15-yard penalty that was, roughing the kicker that hurt the Central Spartans.
Hey, I'm telling you something right now. The wind is about to pick up, so if the wind's at your back, you better take advantage of it right now. So now we have a 3rd down and 20. And another bad snap. I'm not sure what is going on. It seems like they think the ball's going to – and brought down by Jose L. Rodriguez.
Ron,
so
no
Ramos
penalty?
with the bat. It seemed like they were waiting for a call. Like they delayed the – I don't know.
I have no penalties. I have no flags on the field. And
well,
something was totally wrong about that.
I don't know. It looked like Del Valle was waiting for a flag or a stoppage of play. However, 4th down all the way back to their 17-yard line. So they started the drive at the 38-yard line. Now they're back to the 17-yard line. So deep to kick is Delas. That's number 88. And if I could see the number, that might be number 8 for the Spartans. Delas, nice spirally kick. It's going to take a great bounce for Del Valle. My goodness. All the way to the 36-yard line. Hey, you couldn't have a better kick than that.
No, this is
that was beautiful.
Yeah, good timing kick to get them out of that hole that they put themselves on 2 bad snaps on the Del Valle side. That's exactly what you need, somebody coming through with a good kick like that.
Out of 3 scrimmage plays on offense, you had 2 bad snaps, negative. They're fortunate to find themselves right here.
Top-notch barber located at 317 Wake Avenue in El Centro. Open 7 days a week. Monday through Saturdays, they're open from 8 to 9 p.m. and on Sundays, 8 to 5 p.m. Regular haircuts are always $20. Go by there and say hello to Big Chris.
Rodriguez to Sullivan. Sullivan's trying the middle where he finds some yardage, and he's going to get maybe 3 yards, 2nd down and 7 at the 37-yard line.
So Coach Rookie likes to run that inside. Then he likes to throw you off beat by running to the outside, throwing that screen pass. But he's never going to leave that play alone, having Sullivan run in between the 2 tackles. Right, Ron?
You're hoping that when you're calling plays, you're trying to set up a play. So no matter what, you're going to take 2-3 yards, fine. The next one, I'm trying to bank on a big run.
You're trying to keep that defense
For
honest.
sure, honest. Is that the thing? Respect your gaps, do your job, take what they give you. So here we go, short motion by Cook. The give is up the middle again, 2. So this is, we didn't get to see it from Del Valle because they had 2 bad snaps on their possession. But what are the halftime adjustments being made right now? That's what you're trying to see. Right now, Pena and the Spartans running up the middle. They think they found a spot there. Well, why not? 3rd down and 3.
So we have a update on the score on the north end of Imperial Valley. The score right now, we have a touchdown for the Wildcats, making it 6-6. With Imperial Tigers missing the extra point, we'll let you know right now if the extra point is good for the Wildcats. And
Ramirez, 64 again.
Uncharacteristic of a person like Jace Ramirez to jump off twice already. You talk about a kid. Let me tell you, man, that kid's personality, I love everything about him. I love the way he plays. He was actually, like we mentioned earlier, he was one of the guys that actually made that trip to Del Valle in 2019. So he was a sophomore then. Of course, he's a senior now. But that's – got to fix that, Jay. Come on.
They moved him from center. He's now playing guard. I know he was playing center against Christian. Here we go. Rodriguez looking, and he's blitzed. And I'm telling you, that's the defense by Del Valle. That was number 33. Is there a flag on the play? Sure is. Pressure brought on by Sebastian Lopez. So if Lopez is not going to get you, guarantee number 36, Jonathan Salas, will be there. Flag on the play. They're going to wave it off. And I don't know if the Spartans were looking for a late hit. I didn't think there was nothing late about that.
I was looking at the quarterback and seeing that there was nobody right there in the flat. I didn't get a chance to see downfield on that, Ron.
4th down and 7 for the Spartans. So deep to receive will be Della's number 88. In the past, he was number 14. And Charlie Sullivan is the punter. Kicking into the wind. Standing at his 25, and it's a pop-up, a straight-up pop-up. And that might happen. Gets a bounce. No, I don't know whose foot that was. But I was thinking, could it have been? And yes, it was.
What can happen after a terrible punt like that? It happened to hit the foot of a Del Valle player, and Central was alert enough to land on it, Ron.
Guess what? I'm going to get on after this game, I'm going to go talk to Rudy Contreras, head coach over there. And I said, if it wasn't for Will Torrez talking about a Bermuda Triangle, there it was. So the ball's at the 48-yard line. Hey, this is football for you. The ball is shaped differently. It's going to take a different bounce. Get away from the punt. Get away. Here we go. Rodriguez is going to make him pay. Nice catch. Is that Mr. Estrada? Estrada to the 30. Cuts back. He's trying to find his way to the 27. Yes, it is Estrada. Good play for the Spartans. So if you're going to make a mistake, they're going to make you pay. And that's a 1st down inside Conquistador territory. Let's say 28-yard line.
Yeah.
Man, you cannot. A good team will make you pay for a mistake.
Yeah,
and that's
Ron.
what Pena did. Came back. Hey, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, the thing is, Ron, we were talking about that points have come after the mistakes on the opposing team. We do have an update with the score 7, Brawley Imperial 6.
Wildcats must have made the extra point. Here we go. Marini in motion. That's a yo-yo motion. You go one way and come back just like a yo-yo. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan trying to bust a play, and there's Riddick. Number 24, the big safety. Wow. Tangled up. No harm, no foul.
Now, Riddick, if Riddick didn't make that.
He's gone.
Sullivan might have been around that corner and into the end zone.
So like you said, and now number 73.
That's something you don't want to see.
Is that Havens?
That's Mack Truck 73, Big Havens, limping off the field. The good thing is he's coming off the field off his own power. So we just hope it's a minor issue because Those are one of the things you do not want to see out of this game, as we had
Not
talked
sure
about.
who filled in for him, but number 52 is the center now. I'm not sure who number 52 is for the Spartans. So here we go, heavy set. That's their power set. So there, Sullivan looking to his left. He gets some yards to his left, and he's going to have enough for a first down. So I'm thinking that the Spartans have seen something where they can run between the A and the B gaps. A and B gaps, that's going to be your center towards the outside of your guard.
So filling in for number 73 is number 54, Mikhail Okan.
Okan. So it looks like they switched up some people because Okan, I don't believe, was the center. Is he the center now?
No, he's at left tackle.
Oh, I got you.
I'm talking about Havens, replacing Havens.
Right.
So, that's what it is in this type of football team that Coach Pena runs. It's next man up. You got to keep this momentum going.
First and 10 for the Spartans. The ball is now placed inside the 20-yard line. We'll say the 18, and Spartans will call a timeout. So with 5:37 remaining in the third quarter, we have the Spartans 17, Conquistadores 14.
And let's not forget, for the best burgers in town, it's Burgers and Beer, located at 260 North Imperial Avenue. Joaquin and I and Eric Swain were there last night, Ron.
Where, Burgers and Beer?
Burgers and Beer. Always a great time to go there. Like Craig Lyon was mentioning earlier, they had this function for him last night. So, after that, we went to go talk a little bit of business. Great hanging around there. It's always good atmosphere hanging around there. So Burgers and Beer, for great food, great service, that's Burgers and Beer. Visit them. Fred Miramontes, Undersheriff for Imperial County, invites you to start your own neighborhood watch program in your rural area. The Sheriff's Department Crime Prevention Unit can assist you by meeting with you and your neighbors. Give him a call at 442-265-2000 for more information. Supporting all neighborhoods watch volunteer programs. That's Fred Miramontes, our Undersheriff.
Sullivan, look to the middle. He's going to bounce it out, and he's going to run in for a touchdown. So he looked to bounce it up. Take it up the middle. Didn't see anything. His quickness got him outside. The defense lost its contain. You can't do that to Charlie Sullivan. He's going to make you pay. Touchdown, Spartans, 5:29 remaining.
So with nothing open in the middle, even with Havens out, they still have enough horsepower to get Sullivan to be able to bounce to the outside and go in for the score.
They're going for two, and that's what the power set does for you, that heavy set. So now Marini off procedure by Marini will cut. Wait, was it a touchdown? No, it wasn't. They brought him down. He must have stepped out of bounds. What's going on?
Ron,
I really thought that was a touchdown.
I was going by your call right now. And
I thought he got in. Wow, he did not.
Now I take it back. Now I know you're human. You actually missed something from
he must have stepped outside. Well, regardless, this is what this power formation, this heavy formation does to you. It brings everybody's tight, so everybody's bunched in.
Yeah.
Try to slam it up the middle. Not there. The door shut. Hey, another door opens on the outside if you have the speed. Sullivan had it on there. First and goal now from, let's say, 7-yard line? Sullivan again. Tries it to the left, cuts it up, and dives forward. Now it's a touchdown.
Yeah. So, at center, you got Julian Ramirez out there. And you're right. We used to have Jason there. You
got Jace. You have Jace Ramirez, Eli Osuna, Brennan Havens if he's in there, Huerta, Anthony Ramirez. Like you said, next man up, man. You got a bunch of these linemen rotating in, doing a great job setting up Miles Rodriguez for the extra point. So 5:07 remaining. The Spartans, the kick is up, man. It's blocked, so that's huge. 23-14 instead of a 10-point lead. It's only 9. So 2 scores will get you the lead.
Yeah, and Ron, I've always been a believer in your team goes as your offensive line
For
goes.
sure.
Right?
That's, that's. If there's a Bible in football, the first sentence is going to be, you go as far as your offensive line takes you, automatically.
Yeah. You got a line like, you got Huerta, you got Havens in there, you got Okan in there, and then you got Ramirez, and now at center you have number 52, Julian Ramirez. They're going to dictate where your team's going to go with that type of line up there. And so those guys, not always. I'm sure there's cases, but they actually deserve most of the credit. The quiet guys, the quiet guys in the trenches there.
They
Ron.
don't get the publicity. They don't get their names called often on the air. That's why we try to make it a point of saying who's in there, and that's the heart and soul of a football team.
It is.
If you don't have an offensive line to open up holes and make your offensive move, you're going to have some trouble. So set to kick is Miles Rodriguez. Deep to receive is Stella. That's number 88. Forward, and that's straight to 88. This time he catches it. He's at the 25, 30. Bounces it out up to the 35, and he's going to be brought down by number 50. This old 22, that's Martin. And number 24 hustling off the field, number 24. Let's give that kid a name. Pretty enthusiastic.
Yeah, you hustle like that. That's
Cesar
Caesar.
Becerra.
Yeah.
Cesar Becerra. Way to go, Caesar.
Way to make the play, Caesar. That's what you want to see. And once again, we'd like to thank everybody from the Del Valle community down there in the great state of Texas at El Paso. I mean,
beautiful city, El Paso, man. I've never been there my whole life, and it was an experience. I liked it.
I mean, and the hospitality that the people from El Paso, especially at Del Valle High School, served us. I mean, thank you from the bottom of our heart from VSN. Thank you, everybody at Del Valle Community and El Paso, Texas.
Ramos gives it to Martinez. Martinez is going to work his way up to the 41-yard line. A good, solid run of 4 yards. And so down by 9.
Marini making the play coming up from the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Marini making that tackle coming up from the bottom of the pile, Ron. That's just good to see those defensive backs. That's your style of football. That's the same way you played, Ron. Come up from you come up from your defensive back position and just laying the wood down there.
Got to see it. You have to react. And last week, the Central defense had a great performance last week versus the Calexico Bulldogs. Tellez on the swing. Tellez cuts back. Tellez has enough for a first down. Do they give him the spot? Yes, they do. Just enough for a first down outside the 45-yard line. So with 4:18 and ticking.
I'm pretty impressed with Coach Contreras' system right here. You know, he runs a very tight program. You know, it's just a good-looking offensive scheme right here. Same with the defense. You know, he comes in with 14 coaches, Ron, if you can believe that.
Shot right through the hands of number 4. Really doesn't drop too many passes.
Now, Ron,
that is Damian Diaz, incomplete pass intended for Diaz, incomplete pass.
One thing I'm noticing, Ron, that wind has died down. If it was like it was in the first quarter, Del Valle would have the wind at their back. So
the wind comes and it goes. I'm looking at the flags.
Yeah.
So here we are, 2nd down and 10. The give is to Martinez. Martinez to the left. Martinez drives, got hit, and he's driving forward. Hey, he was stopped after 4 yards, gains another 3. Great leg power there. Brought down by number 68. Big boy, number 68. Not mentioned his name all day.
Ron.
Nicholas Jimenez. Nice tackle by Jimenez.
There's no way you're going to be able to meet him and be flat-footed. You got to meet this guy with a little bit of headwind coming at him when you meet him. And not just him. I would say any running back. You know, at this level of football, you better have a little bit of headwind when you make contact with the running back.
They list Martinez at 5'9", 180. The fake to Martinez, and that's the touchdown that Ramos scored on was the fake. It's a read. If you give the ball to 21, the halfback, and you're looking at a defender, you're reading a defender. If they bite on him, pull it, and that's what Ramos did, just like on his touchdown.
Ramos has that touch. Ramos, he's very deceptive also. You know,
it all starts with his eyes.
Yeah, that guy can read very well, and he's only a junior, so they're going to have him back next year, Ron.
1st and 10, doubles on both sides. The give is to Martinez. Martinez out the middle. Martinez to the 30, inside the 30, up to the 28-yard line. So now with 2:40 remaining, they're starting to get some traction on that running game.
So on a beautiful Friday night, we have the Del Valle team. There's going to be a lot of yardage on this football field tonight, Ron.
I'd love to know how many. Yeah, I mean, they're going up and down the field. So here we go. We have trips to the right. Ramos. Give us to Martinez again. Martinez is weaving his way. Martinez is going to go in for a touchdown. Good run. And is there a flag?
We have a flag called by our umpire, Benny
77 Carter. Or 75.
Holding against Del Valle,
so
which will bring
check
it back.
that back. Bring it back.
with 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Fast-moving game, right, Ron?
They're running the ball. They're very quick. So now, Will, that's from the spot of the hold or from the line of scrimmage?
So it's whatever. This is a rule of thumb on that play. It's whatever hurts the team the most.
Ooh.
So if it's in front of the line of scrimmage, they'll bring it back to the line of scrimmage and they'll go 10 yards from there. So, and if it's behind the line of scrimmage, they'll do it from right there. But just a rule of thumb is that when it's on the lineman, most of the time it's always going to go from the line of scrimmage, Ron. That's just a good focus point on that. I mean, a reference point, not a focus point. Reference, I meant. So with 2:10 and the clock ticking down, penalty puts them in not a tough situation, just a little harsher.
First down, still first down, isn't it? I'm looking at the yard marker. The give is to Martinez, and he's trucking up the middle. Martinez cuts back tries to work his way up to the 22-yard line.
So now they get a big chunk out of that back.
Yeah, get a big chunk right back. So make it down a second down, maybe 3.5, 4 yards. Yeah. So very important for Del Valle to cash in right now. The 1:33 remaining. The wind will not be at their back after another 1 minute and 29 seconds. They're trying to hurry up. Martinez now showing why he's gained close to 700 yards prior to this game. Delas with long motion. The give is to Martinez again, up the middle. Good enough for a first down at the Spartan 18-yard line. 1:14 remaining and ticking. John Seaman says, wind that clock up, let's go. Set the change and let's rock and roll. This is going, man. The flow is happening for Del Valle.
Well, both teams showing that they can score. Doesn't matter if it's, anything in between the 80 yards plus, Ron, they can score from anywhere. The drives, these are long drives that consuming a lot on the clock.
Ramos is looking. Ramos is rushed. Ramos is sacked. And let's give that to Jace Ramirez. Jace Ramirez got enough on him to bring him down. And, man, so that was a first down pass, trying to catch the defense off guard. They weren't buying it. The blitz was coming by Coach Martin, sending his maybe a twist of some kind because the defensive lineman got in pretty free. Loss of maybe 6 yards, second down and 16.
And that's the physical ability that Jace brings to that defensive side of the ball. With 16 seconds to go in the third quarter now, Del Valle looking at a second and about a 15 plus, right, Ron?
Yes, sir. So are they going to get another playoff? Yes, they are. They're going to try with the win. Ramos, there he is with the little footwork, being chased by Jace Ramirez. And he's being brought down by hustling Jace Ramirez, and alongside him, let's get that number. Is that 56?
56. That's 56. Dominic Lerma and Jace Ramirez putting in their work on the defensive side of the ball. So with the Big Four chant here from the Central Spartans home field down here, score 14-23. Central looking with a lot of yardage still. Third down. I think it's going to be third down and about, what do you say, Ron?
I don't know. It looks like 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14. You're right.
Graphic Industries Incorporated offer a wide variety of services, including screen printing, vinyl graphics, embroidery, logo design, and promotional products. We believe that when it comes to designing, it shouldn't be picking from the past template, but creating something new. All of our products are custom and designed especially for each and every client. Graphic Industries Incorporated, located at 535 East Street in Brawley. Give Frank a call at 760-351-9312. Hart Insurance, insuring our local community for over 70 years. Give Liz or anybody in that office in the Brawley or El Centro office a call, 760-344-1400. And we have a score update. Brawley up on Imperial now with the score 14-6.
Ramos looking. Ramos being the screen to Martinez. 20, 15. All the way. Martin's hanging on to him. Martinez works his way up, maybe short of the first down by maybe a yard.
Ron, we talked about that. When Coach Rudy sees the defense very aggressive, like those two previous plays on this, that's the time to call that screen pass or maybe a draw play.
It just works. It works. It's very effective. So, hey, 4th down and a long 3. They're going for it. Are they going to draw them offside? They're going to run a play, empty backfield. Motion to Martinez. They give us to Martinez. No, it's the same play. Ramos again gets him again. That's the third time they've done it to perfection.
Yes.
Second time for a touchdown. The last time was just in the end of the third quarter where he got a first down. So a great call. Hey, if it worked once, if it worked twice, hey, touchdown.
You know, Rudy,
Man, what a play call.
Coach,
2 great play calls.
Yes.
The screen. And very good. So here's Williams set for the very important extra point. And does he get it across? Sure does. 23-21.
Ron,
Man,
Coach Rudy Contreras.
I love this. I
has-
mean, you can see the strategy just going at it.
Yeah, this is a good chess match we've got here between these two coaches. Coach Rudy Contreras having the ultimate trust in his quarterback, Ramos, to actually run that play. And not only that, Ramos running it to perfection. You mentioned it early, Ron.
I thought he'd hand it up to Martinez, and that's what the defense thought. Hey, Martinez has been pounding us. He fakes that sweep, pulls it, boom, touchdown.
Well,
11-16 remaining.
I don't know, but I don't know what the outcome of this football game is going to be. But there's nothing more that I wish to see the Del Valle Conquistadores in the championship game. And, you know, Ron, I can guarantee the people down there in El Paso, Del Valle High School, that will be watching, you know, them in the whole playoff. So, man, I don't know what the outcome. We don't know what it is, but this is just great football team to watch out here.
I like what they just did on their kickoff team. That looks so cool.
You like that?
They just didn't line up. Did you see that?
Yeah.
First time I caught it. Very good, very good. So here was Williams. Williams with the knuckleball kick. Fielded by, who's that? Elijah?
Holding the ball to his side.
Oh, no, Artie.
So, Artie
Estrada, man. Artie, I was trying to see, and Artie Estrada gets it up, and there's a Del Valle guy. I know he's up. So a good kickoff return all the way up to the 41-yard line. And the wind to your back. 11:09 remaining in the fourth quarter. Spartans up by 2.
Nava, commercial capital and real estate. Whether you're buying your first home or your dream home, Nava Capital Real Estate has your mortgage solution. Give George or Rosanna a call at 760-623-1050 as we have a penalty against the El Central Spartans. Imperial Irrigation.
It's on the Conquistadores.
It's going to be on the,
1st and 5.
I stand corrected. Wow. Well, here we go. Let's see if the Central Spartans on a first down can take advantage of this.
Great field position at the 46.
People, don't forget to log on, like, and follow valleysportsnet.com. Check out our website. Tell us what you think.
Marini with the yo-yo motion to give is to Sullivan. Sullivan trying his right side. Sullivan with the enough.
Oh.
I'm going to give a search to the first down. I would say it's a first down, but he might be short. It is a first. Great, man. That was just a power run and a power tackle.
Ron, you were talking to Sullivan's dad at halftime.
Yes, sir. Great conversation.
Let me tell you, man, being a parent, watching your kid, and then you see him run like that always, you know how it is, Ron.
Cringe, you just, ooh.
Yeah, you've been in that situation right there. But that's just credit to Sullivan. That's just how tough of that's what you call
a hardworking young man.
Yes.
You know, like I was telling his dad, you know, you're blessed with some of the talent, but also, man, you have to work at being good at football. They give us to Sullivan. No, it's a fake. Rodriguez is hit. Recovered by Sullivan. Great hit by number 56.
Number 50.
The number 6 of the Conquista. That's Abraham Maltos. Maltos fighting through with a great tackle.
Maltos comes in there and gets underneath the arm of Central's quarterback. But you know what the play was? Sullivan was there watching the play, was able to fall on the ball, even though they lost a lot of yards on there before the Conquistadores were able to land on it. So, yeah, it's going to be a long second down, but they are lucky to keep that ball with less than 10 minutes to go, clock ticking.
So second down and forever for a first down. Empty backfield. Rodriguez winds up. He throws. He's open. It's overshot. Intended for. That's Artie Estrada. Man, oh, man. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something. I've seen Rodriguez throw in Palm Desert. We saw him against Christian.
I
And
saw him
man,
last week, 6
and
touchdowns.
then you saw,
Ron.
and then I caught the film on the cut. Man, his windup is something else now, man. It's just like he's improved every game.
Yeah, we have a score update. We have the score 13-7, Calexico over Southwest.
Wow, they caught him. Okay.
And that game being played at Eagle Stadium.
Here we go again. 3rd down and long. Shot past Drew Garcia. Garcia at the 45, cuts back, slips a tackle, and he's going to be knocked out at the 40. Very close, and I'm going to say they're going to give him a 1st down. So bad tackling on the Conquistadores, uncharacteristic of this defense, gives them a big 1st down. 9:39 and ticking.
Not only do the teams mimic each other, the coaching style does also run. You see Coach Rookie Pena running that. Here's a little bit of your medicine. I'm going to use it against you on that draw
No,
play
man,
screen
you know,
pass.
it was, but after that sack, 2nd down, and I couldn't even say the number because the scoreboard's dead and my math is bad. Here, power set by Sullivan. And up the middle, no way, Jose, 56, Abraham Malto, Dimitri Marquez. All the meat in the middle, swallowed him up, zero gain on that. So we're going to make it 2nd down and 10, 9:03 and ticking.
Havens Landscaping. Make sure to give them a call anytime you have any kind of landscaping for whenever you need some gravel, rock, and stone. Located on East Main, give them a call at 760-352-6735.
Trips to the left for Rodriguez. Rodriguez shoots it out, and it dropped by Garcia.
Still, Ronnie, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed by the freshman out there. I mean,
Man.
You know, it's good to see that, and we've seen a lot of that lately, right, Ron? A lot of the freshmen coming up. You know, you have Gutierrez down there, and Brawley, you know, halfway through the season he started playing. And to tell you the truth, they belong to be there. A lot of these freshmen.
Some of these kids have the talent, enough talent and size to withstand being a varsity player as a freshman. So here we go, trips to the left. We have a 3rd and 10. Rodriguez looks open, is Garcia. Garcia, great route. He let everybody drop. He runs behind the linebackers. Rodriguez, patient enough to wait, shoots it. 1st and 10 Spartans. 2 big 3rd down conversions on this drive, man.
Yeah.
8:16 remaining. They're killing the clock. They're keeping the ball away from Del Valle. Everything's working for the Spartans right now with a 2-point lead.
Garcia with 1 speed, Ron. What is that speed?
Oh, my God.
That's just full throttle.
Full throttle. And you know what? The smart route, man, a smart route. Rolls to his right is Rodriguez, and there's Skylar Cook. Skylar Cook, why not? So Rodriguez starting to spread that ball around to different receivers. But it's very interesting to me that with the talent the Spartans have, a freshman is your leading receiver. My God.
Yes. And still being able to have people like Skylar Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not be the lead dude. It's amazing.
But it's just, I think they're just focusing a lot on these other guys that played great for him. And for example, Skylar Cook, and then he falls under the radar. So
now you look at the way Del Valle defends this set, and look at that. Roll, Charlie Sullivan. So what they did, I was wanting you to look at that line. They have eight guys on the line. There's only 3 guys back there. Sullivan gets around just like he did. It's going to make things tough. Another 1st down? Wow.
So what you're saying is they went in a jumbo formation.
Like a goal line almost.
Almost like a goal line, and they have Sullivan in the Wildcat formation. He gets that ball, and he just tries to go around that corner for positive yards on that. And it makes common sense. You put those big old horses up there.
Look at that. You have 3 big boys to the right.
Same
There's not
thing
even
again.
a tight end.
Is Sullivan in the backfield?
Sullivan's the Wildcat. You know, you want to call it the Wildcat. Liziola, linebacker, is going to be a lead blocker. No, it's a pass. Touchdown, Marini. Whoa. My God. You know, my God. It's just clicking, man.
Something.
Oh,
Sullivan,
a flag.
Sullivan is consulting with the white hat, and there is
procedure maybe. I don't know. I mean, they brought it back. What's up?
Ron.
Did you see a flag?
There is no flag.
Or was it did he drop it? I am not sure what happened, folks. I really don't. I thought the kid caught the ball again.
Well, it's second down.
Something happened, guys. Maybe did he drop it? Okay, here we go. Sullivan's going to try his left side. Sullivan has room. Sullivan cuts back. Well, a gain of maybe 5, 7 yards, 6 yards on that. That'd make it a 3rd and 4. 7:01 and ticking. Now we're inside 6 minutes.
Well, Ron, let's go back to that play.
I don't know what happened.
We're looking at each other talking about Sullivan being in that Wildcat formation and thinking that it was a catch. The only thing I'm thinking of course, it wasn't a penalty, but it had to be a drop pass on that.
He must have dropped it. I don't get it. Well, he must have dropped it. He did drop it. 3rd down and, let's say, 6.
Confirmation is we do have a drop pass.
Sullivan looking to his right. Sullivan being chased by Maltos. Salas. Williams runs him out.
After running 40 yards on the sideline now, Sullivan and the Spartans will be looking at a 4th down. Ronnie,
he actually lost a couple of yards on that play. 4th down, Will. 4th down from, let's say, the 14-yard line. So they're going to go for 3.
So it.
Hey, about Del Valle, I'm watching Damian Hernandez. Number 11 can throw that football. Are they going to call a timeout?
Well, Ron.
What happened here? Okay, he was knocked out of bounds, so the clock stops. Pena's conferring with the flank official. Will he call a timeout?
He wanted to use as much time possible, with 6:10:27 to go in the 4th quarter. Ron, interesting, though. They line up in the field goal position, which, let's say they make it. That gives them a score of 26-21. Rookie Pena
need a touchdown to win them, to beat them.
Touchdown will beat them. But Ron, at the same time, if they go for it, that makes them a 2-score possession, right?
Right.
So interesting what we're going to see Rookie do in during this timeout right now.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see the holder Hernandez get up and throw a pass.
Well, look,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Coach Contreras calls a hook and ladder early in the game. That's just OG right there. I just love that style. And, it's good to see that. It's good to see these coaches come back. Of course, Rookie from Imperial Valley coming back to coach, his rival school. Rookie being out of the north end of Imperial Valley, coming down here to coach these Spartans. You got Rudy Contreras, a 2001 graduate, coming back to coach Del Valle. And one thing about that, go ahead, Ron, with the play-by-play. I'll get back to my thoughts.
Marini fakes. Rodriguez, plenty of time. He throws it up, and it is caught! Touchdown! Who else? Flags on the field. Garcia with the touchdown. I'm going to bet it's pass interference.
Yeah, and that penalty will be denied. It's going to be, of course.
It's a touchdown. It has to be a touchdown.
Holding against Del Valle. Refuse. 6 points. Woo! We got ourselves a ball game. So Rookie lining up, Coach Rookie lining up for the field goal. After the timeout, decides to go for it, Ron, and it paid off.
Nice catch by Garcia. I don't know what the height on Garcia is. How tall is that kid? Up here you really can't say, but, man, he outjumped everybody. I'm going to bet you something. Garcia knows how to play basketball. Here we go. The snap, the hold, the kick, and it is good. So with 6:20 remaining in the 4th quarter, the Spartans increased their lead. 30, Del Valle 21.
And VSN will be right back from a message from our sponsors.
Dang.
Welcome back, everybody, as we have a very exciting ball game on our hands right now with 6:20 to go in the 4th quarter. Let's see, with Spartans kicking off to Del Valle as I go to my man, Ron Rubio.
Midas Rodriguez set to kick. Deep to receive is number 88. That is Telas. That's Telas, the number 14. We're calling him Brandon Telas, man. I'm going to tell you something, Brandon. You sure did fool me wearing that number 88. So it must have been a, wow, where in the what?
Okay, so
15-yard penalty.
They're going to assess the penalty on the
It must have been on the touchdown play.
On the PAT.
Oh, on the PAT.
Yeah, because they can't run a play on the touchdown play. It would have had to be on the PAT. And I didn't see it. I was actually excited about this whole ball game.
So Garcia is having a good ball game just like he did last week, and they're going to kick that all the way maybe to the STEM building. So 6:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. We have the Spartans 30, Del Valle 21.
Well, like you said, with 6:20 to go, 9-point difference run.
They have a big.
I really don't even know how to read Coach Rudy Contreras, what he's going to do on this drive. He knows that he needs 2 scores to jump ahead of these Spartans right here. So I'm willing, just not even knowing the way that this ball game goes, only by reading this, that he's going to come out pretty aggressive, Ron.
Well, you have 3 timeouts. The ball's at the 20-yard line. You have to make something out of this drive because you don't know how many more times you're going to get the ball. So here we go. Ramos shoots. Intended. And it's going to be picked off. And he's going to maybe go in. Yes, he does. Touchdown, Elijah Perez. Couldn't have happened to a better kid, Elijah Perez.
Elijah Perez, if you're going to have one of the kids that does it all, number 8 comes through, plays that tip drill, and goes in from about 20-plus yards for a Central Spartans touchdown.
Well, you know what, man? That tough non-conference schedule that the Spartans played, right now it's paying dividends, as they say. Last week against Calexico, I didn't see the Spartans play like that the times I played against them. Maybe it was because of their opponents that they played in the past. But right now against a quality opponent, it's showing.
No, you make a very good point. They came in prior to playing Calexico. A lot of the kids I talked to them, they weren't getting the credit they deserved, Ron. They were looking at them as a 1-4 team that hadn't shown a lot of people. The score is no good. Ron, that is a good conversation. When you talk to the Central Spartans players, they felt they were getting no respect because of their record. But you know what?
You won't get respect with a record like that because a lot of people won't see it that way. The regular Joe on the street doesn't, oh man, they're 1-4, 1-5, whatever. Hey, but they haven't seen the nuts and bolts of the game, the meat of the games that they're playing in. They were playing higher opponents. Mount Carmel. Come on, man. You start up with that. And you play Christian.
Christian. Not only that, we had the privilege to broadcast the Palm Desert game.
Palm Desert. There you go.
Palm Desert, one of the toughest teams
in Southern section. So, it pays off. It pays off. So set to kick is Miles Rodriguez. It's a 36-21 ball. You got a 15-point lead. 6:12 remaining. Crazier things have happened. And here's Martinez catching it at the 15, 20, 30. Cuts back, 35, 40, 45, 50. And all the way into Spartan territory. Brought down by number 24 again. Cesar Becerra. I'm going to say, is that little Caesar?
That's
Cesar Becerra.
He came in there like a flying dart.
He had caught him. Shoelace tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Good play, man, Caesar. Good job, Caesar. 2 big special teams play on the kickoff team.
Ron, this atmosphere, we talked about it earlier. I mean, it really, regardless of where we're at, we're at Cal Jones Field, of course, but it's just this atmosphere. I just totally love it right now.
It's a great Friday night event, great atmosphere. Ramos, the give is to Martinez. Martinez up the middle. Martinez all the way across the 35-yard line, inside to the 34, second down, and maybe 4 yards to go. So 5:55 remaining. Clock is running against Del Valle. What do they do? Are they going to hurry up? Do they have a 2-minute offense that they're going to just go? Doubles on both sides. Martinez again. Why not? Martinez. Does he have enough for a first down? Yes, he does. That does stop the clock till they set the change. 5:38 remaining, fourth quarter. They're busy. They have to be busy. They've got to get 15 points somehow.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he has a couple of tricks up his sleeve, depending on what happens.
If he has them, he better use them. Ramos looking. Ramos being rushed. Ramos steps up. Does he have time? Yes, he does. And there's Molina. Molina running before he caught it.
And he had
it, Laura.
Yeah.
He could have
first
turned
down
it and for sure get out of bounds. Man, oh man, Eli Molina.
Well, the only positive thing that did do, it did stop the clock with
For
5:15
sure,
to go.
you better find some bright side to some situations here. 5:15 remaining, 36-21 as we've said. Man, what a game.
What a game, what an atmosphere. Just this is where we love being on a Friday night, Ron.
Sure do.
Once again, thanks everybody in El Paso for joining us. Like we said, that was our first trip to Texas over there. Love you guys. El Paso strong, baby.
And are we going back next year? Who knows? Ramos looking. Ramos being rushed. Ramos is going to try to set up. Can't. Rolls back. He's being rushed. He's going to toss it out of bounds. So pressure by number 56 and number 3, Liziola. Liziola is in there.
The presence of mind by Ramos to actually know where that line of scrimmage is.
For sure.
To
And the
actually,
kid, look at his footwork, man. Dominic Lerma on the pressure as well. But that's the key thing about a quarterback. The kid does not lose. It's very important to have good footwork, and he has it.
Yeah.
As a junior, 5:06 remaining. Now we're looking at 3rd and 10. How many timeouts does Del Valle have?
Del
2.
Valle has
3.
Yes.
They're still at 3. They're still at 3. What do? There's motion. The give is to Martinez. Cuts back over the middle. Finds his way. Gets some yards. Making it now 4th down and 7.
We have a score update from the north end. We have Imperial 9, Brawley 14.
Huh.
Interesting, right, Ron?
It's a fight, man. A dog fight. Here we go. Empty backfield. What does Coach Contreras and Del Valle have up their sleeve? We don't know yet. Empty backfield. That means nobody back there but the quarterback. Ramos. He has to make it. He has to make it happen. Defending. Throws. Complete. And almost takes his eyes off the ball. Caught by number 11, Adrian De La Torre, the senior, making a catch of the game right now for Del Valle. Keeps him alive. Keeps him with the ball. The ball will be placed, I think, out right at the 10, man. So right at the 10, no chance for first down. First and goal from the 10. Amazing.
Charlie Sullivan coming in on the quarterback.
And there's Martinez. Martinez up to the 6-yard line. They better hurry up. 4:05, no timeout called.
You know, Ramos, the previous play, got rid of the ball with Sullivan coming in from behind.
Man.
God, the kid's just got it as a quarterback at that position.
Ice running through his veins, man. Doesn't feel anything. Rolls to his right is Ramos. Ramos looking. Defended. Rush. Brought down. First man on the play looks like number 52 of the Spartans.
3:34 to go, Coach Ron. You know, clock ticking, no timeout being called.
Julian Ramirez, man. Julian Ramirez putting pressure all night. You have Jace Ramirez out there. Fisher, D-line Martin. Hey, man. Yeah, when you give up points like this, 21 points, 21 points, you can't be perfect. It's when you make a stop. You have to make a stop. And he's not. Touchdown, Molina.
Molina making up for that drop pass
making
now.
up with the height. And it's a touchdown. Okay, 3:10 remaining. 36-27. Do you go for 2? Do you go for 1? I mean, you have to get 1, I think.
Well, Ron, I think the key was, now I know that interception turned that whole game around, but I think that key was when Coach Rookie decided to go for the touchdown when he lined up for the field goal attempt. So he called that timeout and he said, nah, you know what? I feel it.
Let's go for it. Williams with the PAT, and it's going to go right down the middle. So 3:10 remaining. It's not over yet. Spartans 36, Del Valle 28.
Central Spartans sending a message strong that they are not the 1-4 team that everybody thought they were. They feel disrespected. I'm telling you, talking to some of the kids last night, you know, it's in their mind. You know, they see the social media, they hear things around. They're showing everybody else like we can score against high-powered teams, and this Del Valle is one of those high-powered teams. Now, granted, you know, when we talk about the teams that they played those first 5 games, they didn't get whooped in those teams, Ron. They were playing toe-to-toe, as we witnessed.
They hung in a lot of the games, but then their image, how would you say, the mistakes caught up to them. Like
Yes.
they played a good half against Palm Desert. They played a good half against Christian, and then they got beaten in the second half, third quarter. But right now they're putting together. They started good. I mean, they didn't start very good in this game, but they kept their momentum. They kept the traction. So here comes Williams. Is it an onside? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's recovered by Del Valle. Oh, my God.
Coach Ron, I didn't even have to look to see who recovered. I saw the way the coaches were jumping on the sideline.
It looks like number
Del Valle.
23 from Del Valle. That's going to be Dominic Calderon. If that's Dominic Calderon, right now, Dominic, you're the hero of the night, along with Williams with a nice kick by Isaac Williams. Hey, man, everybody practices this, onside kick. I'm pretty sure Central had the hands team, but right now, that play went to Del Valle with 3:08 remaining.
Key, Ron, Coach Ron. 3 timeouts left.
Three timeout. You don't have to throw every down. Every down, you don't have to throw it. You have a good running back like Martinez. You have the read option. So let's see what's up, man. Half a field. Martinez trying the left side and nothing doing. I'm going to say, you know who that is.
Yes, I do. The guy with the biggest personality on the Central Spartans defensive line, Jace Ramirez.
Liziola making sure, 32, making sure he stays down. So a loss of 2:48 and ticking. No rush. There's no rush right now. They're not rushing. No panic. Second down and 12. Still in Spartan territory. They show blitz. They back off. Ramos is looking. Look at that footwork. He's rolling to his right, directing traffic. Almost picked off. Great play by who? 32, Liziola.
Ron, very good eyes. That's one of the things that's one of the reasons you're up here, Ron. The footwork. When you mentioned that, I started looking at. He moves his whole body. He's just great. When you talk about, you're talking about a quarterback that is skilled at that position. When you say that, right?
Yes, sir. And in footwork is you have your base, and you could just stay in the same spot, but you're moving in different angles.
You feel
and then and then you're like a sprinkler. Here we go, third down and 12. So good play by Liziola, getting to his drop. There's the screen!
Oh!
Again and again and again. It's like taking your eyes off the ball, man. You just took you're running before you have the ball in your hand.
He had those 3 big horses in front of him, led by number 71 from Del Valle, Ron. He had
Ernesto Bencoma was there.
And number 75, Sean Salazar, to lead him in front, and he turns a little bit too early, and the ball just hits his hands and comes out. Whoa.
Is that their first time out there burning? Yes, it is. So with 2:26 remaining, Del Valle calls a timeout as they face it 4th and 12. They're behind, 36-28.
VSN will be right back from a message from our sponsors.
Hippie Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Hippie Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
And as Coach Ron said, he's seen stranger things happen here.
Here we go. Oh, great play, Damian Nelson. Nelson versus Molina. Nelson wins that battle. 1st and 10 Spartan with 2:20 remaining. So, hey, man, well, they had their chance. They had their chance.
And that's all you can ask for.
That's all you can ask for. They had the opportunity, 3 plays. They couldn't, 4 plays to get a first down, could not get it done. Credit to the defense. And that's what I mean. In a shootout like this, it's defense, okay, you haven't stopped them the whole game, but you stopped them when it counted.
No, and Ron, With 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter, I mean, we were looking. This is what we were expecting out of these two teams right here. Ron, I think a first down. If Central Spartan gets a first down, that might be it.
Sullivan knocked down. Why not? Number 23. That's number 23 from Del Valle. That's Alonzo Galvez, outside linebacker. I'm sorry, Dominic Calderon. Dominic, good tackle. Second down and 11. 2:06 remaining. How many timeouts hold Del Valle? They burned them all? Two
timeouts. Central has one. Ron, one of the things, of course, I just hope that this Del Valle team, goes home healthy, and we wish them the best of luck. We don't
the rest of the road, down the road, and you know what? We'll keep tabs on them, see what's going on. 1:49 remaining.
Yeah.
And are they leaving? Are they back going home right now?
I didn't talk to Coach Rudy about that when they were leaving, Ron, so I'm not really sure on that.
What did Central do that night? Did they left the next day, or they left that night?
They left that night.
They left that night, right? So they give us Sullivan again, and Sullivan being brought down. And now there's their second timeout being called by Del Valle, with 1:27 remaining. Third down, though, Will. Third down and 9.
Yeah, and third down, we'll see if they call another timeout, which will leave them no timeout. But that'll, if they don't get a first down, of course, it'll put them in a punting situation. So, look, Coach Contreras, he doesn't care if it's not league or non-league, because, look, he wants to come out of here a win. Well, if they make the 2-point conversion, it'd be a tie with 1:27 to go. It's going to be very interesting on this next play. If the Central Spartans can get a first down, Ron, that might put them in position.
That'll ice it right there.
Yes, that'll ice it to put them for a W for the night. But look, I look forward to more of these games. I really hope that both these schools and both these coaches keep in contact, and not only just the Central Spartans.
I hope other schools in the Valley reach out. Hey, man, let's play somebody from Arizona, Utah. I mean, somebody within our range.
Coach Contreras was telling me that there is other high schools that wanted to do the same thing that Del Valle was doing, playing a California team. So I really hope to see that.
Check it out. Brought down, nice tackle, tackle. A face mask.
It's either going to be it's not horse collar because he fell forward.
And that's Riddick. Riddick, I'm telling you, Riddick's a very aggressive kid. Maybe he too aggressive with the face mask. Maybe he's high tackle.
If we got a personal
and it is,
foul,
that's it. Face
mask.
So that's it. I think that's game point match, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
That's going to.
I don't think they don't even have to run a play, or do they? One play maybe.
They might have to run at the most two. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Woo.
Gives them a first down, and Del Valle can stop the clock one more time with a timeout. But what an exciting ball game, Ron. Very exciting.
To the end, from the beginning. It's victory formation, man. Victory formation, and here come the Central coaches. Good job, coaches. Way to go, boys. Get down, get down. And so the Valley pulls one off. Central pulls it off. They're going to send Del Valle home with a 36-28 win. And let me tell you, I mean, wow, two good football teams.
Yes.
And, you want to say, hey, man, it's a shame. Somebody has to lose, and that's just the sport of football. And
no shame losing to a top-quality team like this.
No.
To the Central Spartans. These Del Valle, and I don't know, there's flags going on at the end of the game, but
maybe there was some words said, but they're going to let the game wind down.
Now there's good atmosphere with these kids. I don't know what was said, but that will not diminish what a great ball game this was, and just two top quality programs, Ron.
It's just good tradition to see two schools with solid tradition, and like I said, man, both head coaches, they remind me of each other. They're young, they're running the same program. I mean, really, they're mirror image of each other in a way. So congratulations to the Spartans. Good luck to Del Valle. And, hey, man, let's see more of the Valley schools can have some of these matchups.
No,
Look at that. Looks so cool, shaking that hand. God, I wish I could get a picture of that. Really awesome thing. So congratulations again to the Spartans. Good luck to the Del Valle, and safe travels, man.
Yeah, we wish them nothing but the best of luck, especially you know, with district.
Yes,
I
yes.
got to get used to
I like.
saying that.
I do like how that sounds. That
Yeah. We just got to get used to it. So it's good to see the Central Spartans send another message. They sent the message last week against the Calexico Bulldogs. Now they sent the message to everybody else
in the league,
in Texas. In Texas, too. They sent the message that one of the messages, they want to keep this rivalry going. They want to keep this going, and they're a team to contend with. So one of the things we're going to line up right now, we're going to get Coach Pena on our sidelines right now for a quick interview. It'll be a live interview, so we're just waiting on them to touch base. And, you know, the great Central band right now, that's one of the things that comes with Central right now.
So, you know, it's a very, very good win for the Spartans. You know, they, like I said, they've taken their lumps the whole season, and this was a big game. I bet you Rookie and them and the Spartans, they had this game circled on their schedule. And to come out with the win, especially at home, they did it in 2019. This was a needed win for the Spartans. And guess what, man? Everybody better take notice in the league. And, you know, to me, this is just setting up that collision course. And you know what game I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's a setup, you know.
You know, Central still has to play Imperial, and they still have to play the city championship, which VSN will be a part of that. And in fact, VSN will be a part of both of them. You know, we're looking forward to that.
That is so cool. I mean, come on. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. So
just the atmosphere is awesome right now. I mean, it's good for them, you know.
So I don't know who's going to be doing that interview, and Rookie Pena's over there soaking it up. And why not? Well-deserved win. Hey, man, it was a strategy on both sides of the sidelines went very well. Two good football teams. We did pick a game of the week, and it sure did seem like one.
So, Ron, while we have a moment right here, we need to pick Burgers and Beer Player of the Game. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one. I'm going to leave that one up to you, Coach Ron.
Don't say that, and then I might have a lot of people here in Central not want me around.
But a lot of.
We'll think about it during the interview. How's that?
We're gonna let Jalen take over on the interview, and then we're gonna make a decision on that. So your thoughts on the game, Ron? I think the second half. You know, Central Spartans came out and really showed their true colors.
Well, you know, in a game like this, Will, you know, when you get into the locker room, it was 17-14 at half, I think. They only had a 3-point lead. So, like I said, what halftime adjustments were made? And then Central came out, and that I think, you know, honestly, one thing that kind of maybe threw things back, and maybe a slight turning point, was the first possession by Del Valle. They ended up with 2 bad snaps that pushed the ball back. They ended up at the 12-yard line. I think they started out at the 42. They went backwards. That changed field position. That changed the tempo of having the wind behind your back. You punted the ball in 3 plays in a row. Boom, you were kicking from your inside your 10-yard line. And Central just stayed on script. They just stayed on their path. They corrected some of their mistakes. And the team that made the least mistakes won the ball game.
Well, I think that's a good point right there, because I'll tell you why. I believe that those bad snaps cost a little bit. Yeah, and then those early turnovers, like you alluded. And then I got to go back to that Bermuda Triangle down there.
Dude, there was a lot of funny things going on there. And then the pick six by, who was it, Elijah Perez? So I guess at halftime, is the interview going to go on? We see Jalen down there. We're trying to do some hand signals. The camera, what's wrong with it?
Okay, well, from Will Torrez, Ron Rubio, Jalen as our sideline reporter, Eric Swain, Joaquin Matus, Sarah Torres, we at VSN, please continue watching, switch over channels to the Brawley Imperial game, where we have Vic Carrillo and John Moreno taking over there. So from us down here at Cal Jones Field, good night, drive safe, and thank you very much.